All right. Thank you very much, my people. I appreciate every one of you. If you know you are there with us, please help us to like this particular broadcast as well. If you can, help us to share as well. So let's continue from where we stop. I appreciate every one of you right there. Then everybody on the panel don't talk already. So now, I don't know who to start with. If we have to start with somebody, if we need to be fair, supposed to be give us a mandate, but I don't know where to start from. So let's start with you. Me not come like would they cheat, would they oppress you? Give us a mandate. Are you there? Okay, you are not there. Give us a mandate, right? Okay, let's start. Maybe some people is on break right now. So who is available to speak? Is
Can I
am very much available.
Can I start where give us our mandate ended?
Okay, yes, better. Yes,
yeah, because he was talking about calling another election at this point in time, that Nigerians should not even come out for any election at all at this time, which is correct. And if there's going to be any election at all, because they always shovel it down the throat of Nigerians, because they are docile, they are just very naive, and they will probably not do anything. They will just shovel it down their throat. They will call the election. Whether you like, you come out. Whether if you don't like, don't come out. Nothing will happen. They will do it. They will rig it. But here is what I expect Nigerians to do, is that this election that is coming in Nigeria now, you also said, Mr. Elvis, in your last statement, that the election they do in Nigeria, it doesn't matter. They will still do what they will do. In Nigeria, nobody that energy will not be there again. You said that energy will, if anybody should expect that the same energy now will be there subsequently, that is not going to be there. Yes, but there is one thing that Nigerians have to do. Any election in Nigeria, I don't expect anybody to come out and be saying, it's going to court. It's going to court. You have to fight it out on the day of election. And even if there's going to be any election at all, we will sort it out on that day. Nobody will go out and rig success. No, nobody has monopoly of violence, as they say it. It is on that day whether they can plan whatever they want to plan. They can do anything. See, all this energy that you are taking to court, doing all these things back, put 10% of that on the day of election, political parties. Nobody. This is like saying it's do or die. If I don't expect any politician, any political party to come out like a baby after any election that I was rigged, I am going to court. You are on your own, because you know what you are into. You know the game. You know what is going to happen on election day. Is a man that a thief come to his house and he told you that he's coming so date, so hour. The least you can do, if you cannot defend yourself, at least you will alert the police. You will alert the law enforcement that the thief is coming, so time, so dates. You will not just sit down there, fold your arms. They will rob you blind, take everything, abuse your family, steal your properties, and walk away. Don't do that. So if any political party in Nigeria, have any election going forward, comes out and saying it's going to court, then I don't know what to call that political party and that group of people. They are probably from henceforth, they are part of Nigerians' problem. They are part of Nigerians' problem. You don't allow that to happen again. It is on that election day that we will sort it out that day. Nothing will happen. You will not count anything if it is not done properly, because you know that the idea of going to court, we don't have a court, we don't have a judiciary. It's a dead end for you as a political party. So what are you crying foul for? It is on the election day that everything will be sorted out. That is my own position on going forward on any election. If at all any political party will stand out, I mean, come out now and say it's going for an election.
I want to ask which election you talk.
No, we're just talking. You know, they said in Delta State or in Bayelsa, in Imo State, now there will be in Kogi State, there will be an election. So I'm saying that even if those elections we hold, and any political party will come out the next day after election that is being rigged out, is going to court. Me, I will stay on every platform possible and tell that politician, I don't care whether it is Labour Party, go enter house. Don't come out here and gaslight anybody. It is you will sort it out on the day of election.
To add to what you are just saying, I think I mentioned it sometime. If it will take us voting and waiting there till the next morning or to the next day or next night, nobody leaves the polling units until those results are counted and uploaded and verified by the agents from the IREV. Then they can go home.
No, doctor, you cannot win an election like that. They go manipulate you. See, this is how to do it. If you want to win election with this gadago politician will get so, you must behave, you must lose something for yours, you must lose some things from the head. You must put people on ground to make sure that if it is headlong, you go headlong with them. If you think that they are going to do something normal, you don't fail. Because this man there now, they will follow his trajectory. The judiciary will follow the trajectory. Everybody will follow that way because that way already has worked for them. They know they change. Nigerian politicians know they change. Any way where it don't work for them, now that way they go follow till Jesus Christ come. So you must do everything more powerful than them to pull them down. If you allow results, when the right result go, INEC announce them, you don't finish. You go to court. Which court do they go? Who get caught? The structure need to be brought down. We have to talk to those senators. If we start with them, they have to get us a new INEC law that will make it in such a way that nobody get in contact with the paper, the document. Nobody instruct the INEC, and INEC does not possess the power to announce who the president is going to be. We should have a structure that we have a power to rectify whatever INEC brought to the table by a board established by the Constitution. That will, after that thing has been done, then that body is going to be the one to announce the winner, and not INEC. INEC is just to do what? Organize election, and not to announce who that
Black Panther. In addition to that, you see, on election day, because they are proving to us now, this rough judiciary, that they want it to be proven, polling unit by polling unit. Abi, fine.
Yes, sir.
On election day, if you are a voter, the political party, the result of that election, everybody that supports you, anyone that cares in each polling unit, must have a copy of the results. They become your witness. You establish your witness on the day of election, if at all. Everybody must have the result. This is not about, oh, they give it to one agent. And no. Every Nigerian must have the result in each and every police. See, you have to play rough with these people. It's not about, it's not what we think. It's not, otherwise, nobody should expect this kind of energy going forward, that people are going to come out and be fighting and be talking, you know,
Okay,
the judicial,
the other way, the second way is for us to go full digital. Nobody handle the result. Let the system handle the result, collation, everything. You all see it on the board, bam. And who to rectify it must be a body of benchers, maybe the Senate or whatever, to rectify the whole thing. And now they will not sit and pronounce everything that is wrong on the election day must be argued out, must be sorted out before any pronouncement of anybody becoming president. Without that, you are giving a lead way for them to do that rough. If you not sabi do the rough, you know go sabi do amo. You know if you win election. Now rough.
You know their current policy actually says that after counting at the polling units, that even a copy should be pasted on the wall of whatever polling unit. But
they know they follow that law. They know they follow them.
That's the point. So this time we will make sure that after counting, like you suggested, everybody that's around will have a copy, and we will also make sure that it's there on iRev right there before you, the INEC official, leaves that polling unit.
See what I'm saying here.
If the iRev is not receiving, that means that you are not going anywhere. You are not going to any collation center.
Doctor, as long as you leave that sheet for Nigerian politicians to write, there will be rough. The only way you can hold them is to change the electoral law, let it be digitalized, let the computer calculate it, and let INEC do their own calculation. Let INEC be competing with the calculation of the computer, and let it be shown in their board. Everybody go to see them as they enter. As you snap on, the result is collated. Automatically, the computer take it, calculate it. So nothing is missing. So that is the only way to beat these people. If they put their hand on that paper, they will change it. And nothing you can do. Except you want to follow them, do the rough so that everything will stay stalemate. That is the only way.
Mr. Black Panther, that will not work with the kind of Senate that we have, with the leadership of Akpabio. What you're saying is good, but that is not going to work. Even the electoral law that we even use, this Beaver stuff, do you know it took over almost a year because many of them were going against it, including Remi Tinubu. So all these things are good words, but the people who are going to implement it, they're not going to do it because it's not going to work in their favor. That's the issue we're having here.
Even the current electoral act as it stands right now is sufficient. See, Nigerians, there are laws. The laws are there. It's just that we have people that just care less about the law. They just run it with impunity. Daylight robbery. There are laws on ground, sufficient enough. In fact, you can call them sophisticated laws enough that can stand side by side with laws from other countries. It is just the people, because laws cannot implement itself. It is human beings that will implement the law. But because we have criminals all over the place, they will manipulate it. They will not. That electoral act, as it stands now, it is just on election day. That is it. If you like, go and bring your MC Oluomo, 10 of him to Lagos. You have to match it. Any political party must match them. If you don't expect. If you go to court, you are on your own.
You are your own.
In fact, for me as a person, I will come out and I will challenge anybody that is supporting any political party that is going to court, because I will stand on the fact that where were you on election day? What were you doing?
Where was he sleeping?
Were you sleeping? Did you put your resources to get that? Your men, that's where you have to focus your money on. You spend your money on that to ensure that each and every polling unit is secured with your own people. Let them bring it on. That you will sort it out that day. That is the way it's going to work. Because if you go to the court, it's a dead end.
Yeah, so that's
the way to move forward. Yeah. Then at that point in time, this thing we are talking about, whether people will wake up, whether there's going to, people will have to, express themselves. It is on that day. You'll express yourself on that day. You want to do anything. It is on that day, that election day. that is the way it's going to go. That's the only way.
The election day, we should not even, let's just forget about going to court or this Senate, whether they won't change anything. Do you guys realize that 2019, the electoral law, Buhari was supposed to sign it, but he now said, you know what, after his second term, after he gets re-elected for the second term, that's when he's going to sign it, because many of them didn't know what was written there. It was, I think, the likes of Oshomole there. I think he was APC chairman. When they had their lawyers read all the words that were there, they started panicking. And if you guys remember, many of them in the Senate were against it, and that's one of the reasons why Saraki was taken down, because he supported that thing. So when Buhari, I think it was 2021. Someone can correct me, whether it's 2020 or 2021, that's when Buhari, after he got the second term election, he became president for the second time. They now had to sign it into law. And a lot of these senators, they did not gain from it because it was just too late. It was already in the open air. Everybody knew about it, but it was done systematically to favor certain people. Even Remi Tinubu went against this electorate. He went against it because many of them don't read. They're just there. In fact, that's a retirement home. The Senate Hallowed Chamber is a retirement home. They're either sleeping or they're talking or they're using toothpick to remove the shinkafa from their teeth or something. They don't do nothing. Many of them don't read. They just bring one proposal, they just say, the eyes have it, and that is, and they will get prayers in their accounts. That's it. So this ain't gonna do nothing to change anything.
Did you remember what they did in the Senate when they first came out with the law that they are going to transmit electronically? There's not going to be a bypass nor do anything else. It's going to be mandatory.
There was
mandatory.
No,
thank God you remember. There was uproar now. They now gave a diversion that the umpire will decide whether to transmit or to manually do it. That is what they put on that paper. But what happened now was that INEC now committed and decided to do it electronically. But that premises, that clause there, the umpire shall decide. That is where they play the game. And that is what they wanted to do, so that they will have a leeway to maneuver and decide the fate of Nigeria. That's what they want now.
So you see election day is the only day that we can make the difference. If there's going to be any election anyway.
Not election day. Yeah, I agree with you.
This incompetent Senate that we have, this old men that don't know their left and right. Most of them that have criminal cases, criminal past, So it's election day. That's the only way we can make a difference. However, we should also be realistic. Nigeria as a country. You see what happened in Lagos, February 25th, even the governorship election, you see what happened. So these people, they use the ballets, they use all their street urchins and all those louts all over prior to the day to intimidate them. They even bring tradition and say the Oro Festival is in the afternoon. I've never heard Oro Festival done in the afternoon. So all those tactics where everybody should be aware, because these are the tactics. If we want to go against these people on election day, we should also be
Sister Rita,
yes, sir.
Madam Rita, that is where the job of the political party lies. It is the duty of the political party. Let them play their game. Bring Oro out. Even in the afternoon, mid-afternoon, bring Oro out. It is the political party, and they will have to. That's where they will spend money. Don't spend money on advertisement. No, it is that day. That is where you put your mouth.
I agree.
You have to hold it tight. You see, the president doesn't even read that electoral hat that you referred to earlier. Buhari signed it. It was like there was a veil on his eye. He signed that electoral hat. He didn't read it. He didn't read it through. He signed it, and then the following week he ran to Supreme Court. That was when they said, Mr. President, you shouldn't have signed this thing, no. And then he ran to Supreme Court to say they should amend it and remove that electronic, counting or whatever. He signed it. They attempted to remove it. That section of it, but they failed.
So at this point, there's no hope for the National Assembly to do anything. Since the inception of this new Senate? Is it are we in the 10th or 11th or 12th Senate right now? But since the inception, have you seen anybody from the Labour Party? And I don't want to go to any other party. The Labour Party right now, have you seen them even raise up to change something? You know, they come up and say, okay, let us vote on, you know, the change for, let's say, passports, Nigerian passport issue. Nobody has come out to even put anything out. So everybody's captured. Everybody's afraid. There's this sinister entity that has captured people. This spirit of fear, it has enveloped Nigerians. Even the people who you know that can stand for the truth, there's some sort of fear. And it's not just the fear, you know, that they're being attacked directly. Most of them, I will not even be surprised, will fight. I will not be surprised. They're even attacking his family. So I think I see Mr. Rufai of Arise TV. He's a very brave guy, and he's a guy that would say it when he wants to say it. But however, he has family, you know, and you know, I will not judge him for whatever decision he wants to make. There are people that you say, you know what, I don't care, I will sacrifice for my family as long as I say the truth. There are people like that, but there are people that don't really care. I see Peter Obi like as that kind of person that will say, you know what, he has sacrificed himself for Nigeria alone. Listen, Peter Obi has sacrificed everything. Take it or leave it. That's what I see. He has sacrificed everything and he's still standing. What a man. What a great leader. He's still standing. I can't even imagine the threats, the attack he has been. I can't even imagine. And this man is still speaking out. This man is not relenting. He's still standing. I don't know. I don't think Peter Obi is a human being. I don't know. Seriously. Because I've never any African leader. I haven't.
God is with him.
You
see, in front of his house in Onitsha.
It's not ordinary. It is not ordinary. Peter Obi, and I know it's the Holy Spirit that's with that man. Because he's like a chihuahua. Sorry, he's like a chihuahua amongst lions. Not even bulldogs, a lion. He's like a chihuahua among them, and he's still carrying muzzle. And nobody has touched him. Nobody has fortified anything against him.
In front of his house in Onitsha, he has his name boldly written on the signboard. Put there.
Mr. Rita, you know what is happening as per our appeal. You see, there are some people that are born like that. I don't know whether it's a gift from God. When they come into any place where the vampires are, they seem to do what the vampires they'll be weakened. They can't do anything. But when the man goes out, they'll be shouting, blah, blah, blah. But when he comes in, there's a sort of an attraction. Whether it's like fear, I don't know. It's like an attraction. You can't hurt this guy. You are just scared of him because you don't know what's going to do next. So Obi is somebody that you don't find in every nation. They comes once in a lifetime. And if you have them, hold them tight. Because there's something God has deposited inside of them. That when it's revealed fully to the people will now see clearly. And the knowledge, the scope of knowledge of everyone will be open, and people will be very right to take what belongs to them. He has not even opened anything yet. It's just the little that is given to us. Everybody just, by the time he go full force, everybody will see the kind of, and when you talked about the politicians, they are afraid. Mr. Madanita, they know the fear. You know what is there? This Nigeria say, oh, if you join those politicians and they open the orange juice in Nigerian politics, if you are not strong, if you are not well grounded, you will fall into it. I mean, if you are not well grounded, fear of God, you will fall like card.
You know why? You know why? You know why?
Fall like card.
You know why? You know why they fall like that? They are not men of convictions. They don't have conviction. That's just it. What do you? They just rode on the back of Peter Obi to get there. All these men and women that are now there, they just rode on that Peter Obi's back, and then they got there. They don't have what is it that drove you in the first place to want to be a representative of your constituency? No conviction, no ideology, because it is that conviction and that ideology that will drive you. Because when you get there, you will see that everything they are doing is all contrary to your own convictions and your own ideology. So you have no choice but to speak out. But if you have none, if you don't have any conviction, you will just easily, as you said, start drinking the juice with them, and before you know it, you just flow in, and that's what we're seeing now.
That is how it is now. Go and look at all the activists in Nigeria. All of them, they show them the juice. All of them. Okay, just look at it now. During Babangida time, you see activists were virile, they're active. They don't give a damn about your money, but they go all out there to do it because they have been equipped with the knowledge and wisdom and everything that is in Nigeria, that people, the evil they are doing, they've been loaded with it. But now look at them, like Falana. Look at all of them. They are all falling like cards because the juicy part, because of they are not grounded. They are not with men with conviction, no vision. Falana today, so I say get vision. You don't get anything. Falana that was in, I won't say anything. He was with us, now our chairman.
Do you know one thing, Mr. Black? Sorry, Mr. Mr. Blackman, I think you are seizing off and on. I don't know if you're using an earpiece, but when you speak, your voice kind of fades off and comes back again. Maybe we should give room to other people.
It's my earpiece, I guess.
I knew you were using an earpiece. It fades away.
No, it's a wireless.
You see, sorry if I disrupt anyhow, but I just listen to everybody since I did hear they do some things, some writing on that thing. But I just think about many things. Nigeria, Africa, many things we say we collect, we receive, and the ones who will go borrow. Once you reach Africa, they change complexion. It change the value. We say they take send and can't give us, including democracy, even church. Look at even church self. Look, church. When Jesus bring about Christianity for Israel, it came as salvation method for mankind. He reached England, it become government. He reached Africa where it end as business.
Do you know why? So, answer the question, sir. The reason why is that we are not practicing what is our authentic self. Everything we have is borrowed. You just talked about Christianity. Christianity came into Africa. What were we doing? How were we communicating with God? How were we serving God in our own way? So anything that is borrowed can never be like the authentic. And that's why anything they bring from Europe or the West and comes to Africa, like you said, it turns to a different color because that's not our authentic self. From the moment we start being authentic with our ways, our beliefs, and how we do things, then we can start standing like the Africans. We can't start standing like the people like the Vikings or the British. We're not the same. We're not the same. It will never work.
I agree with you, my sister Rita. You see, another thing when you join them again, they say, I just want to drive the thing through those regions and then land for Nigeria. The reason would be say for Nigeria, my center for politics, my just leave every other side. You see, politics now, it's just, you know, say Nigerians, we just believe in business. How much I go get if I join this thing? What I go get? Somebody say, bring 10,000, I give you US visa. People, they pay ordinary visa fee to go through interview, and then they get, you ready to pay 10,000. Why they pay 10,000? Because they check and say how much I go make. If I go there, I work, they pay me dollar, I don't make money. So we don't check everything like profit. So politics and business. That's how you go say somebody ready to pay any amount of money to people, maybe for step down for them. So that person might be say, if he entered there, whether he entered there as a senator, immediately people like Bala Blue, maybe say it be like say that their cop when you go join to make them look like one correct complete unit. Say, look, I agree to this my policy where they bring, or this might be where I sponsor. Take this money, you go say, I don't care how much I spend for the before I reach here, $100,000. I don't get $30,000 today, so remaining 70,000. So their own, that is their mindset. And that is the reason why you see that they're different from Peter Obi Peter Obi, all of them don't check behind the guy. They say this guy is a new breed. Peter Obi is a new breed of politician. And as I tell you the truth, one thing I'm happy for Peter Obi say, it don't they inspire people whether they good like him before, whether they weak won't become like the bad guys. It don't they inspire them, don't they reactivate them to say, come up, bro, I am still here. I am still standing. So other guys now, they look at their lifestyle now, where they hope to become future leader politically. They try to clean their messes or try to align themselves like the pattern, like the pattern will be say, Peter will be carved out for himself. And look, this journey, not be just to win election. I did look Peter will be like person be say, now I want kind of political messiah in quotes, right? Where be say, come to chart a new course for the people, the Nigerian people, and that's our Nigerianism, where they try to battle say it's a Nigerian thing to do like this. A time like the prophet could speak for Bible say to come to pass when they will come reach, when things will come be like this, be like this, be like this. Before now China now they get all this kind of adjective which they say they describe us today. Now China, India collect their own too. Woto. Today, nobody they remember say Chinese now. Everybody think about when you want to think about this one, China. You want to think about say where you can get business, trade, innovation, creativity, many things. China, India, now they go all this ICT. So I believe say the thing when you want to happen for Nigeria, that good thing, whether the devil like, if you not come out for road, he go join to become the material where they go use to make the good thing happen. After the good thing don't happen, before you go come say, what the heck? So you mean I help to make this good thing happen? What was I thinking? That is what I say go happen. But we don't go further our hand. We will keep moving and keep moving. I sure say things go happen very soon for Nigeria. Very good. Let me tell you some strange things. Anywhere we be say we human beings no go feel fights because of this food that these strong pastors, they're not divinity. Now they're not nature. For those who are Christian, they're not God go take over and knock somebody for ground. We be say, not because they pass every day, they fly for air. They fly for air. Then they sleep, they dream that they don't. Look, anything they possible, but we will keep to do our own side as human beings. Yes,
my brother. Huh? You see what you talk now, they very, 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 very good. But where did he go get killed again? Make I tell you where get killed. The religion that came to us, they have used that religion to chastise us and make us to oppress the people instead of to lift the people. Now they've used it to oppress us and make the agility in every Nigerian to be slow to reaction. Now they subject every Nigerian to be slow through the leadership of the church and of the mosque. Because normally religion is supposed to make you upright and know your right. It's not supposed to subject you for a person to now pull you and you now take orders from that person. It's supposed to make you open your wisdom, your knowledge of things of nature, natural things will be wide. You will understand it and you know how to tackle any problem that comes to you. Now, you see what the religious leaders are doing to Nigeria. Look at what they are doing. They said,
Black Panther. Please let me just buttress your point. You see, slow. Yeah. It's like you are still even praising them that they are doing well. They are docile. Not just slow. Not that Nigerians are slow. They are. If there's anything that you can use to to qualify their reactions, it's slow. Is even like you are putting them on a higher pedestal. It's worse than slow.
They say my own point. We say I'm not even resisting religion. If you read, Christianity. If you look at Christianity, and those that they teach the right thing, you go see and say even Bible say make you fight anybody. Say they do it, they oppress the poor. Stand up. They say stand in Proverbs. Say stand up against those where they oppress the poor, the widow, and those who not able to defend themselves. The people who are going to even blame if you want to talk about sectionalism. Now our culture. our culture so strong that they go tell you say you no go fit talk to elders when elder even do wrong. Oh, they go tell you say when elder they chop meat for food, he go tell you say chop meat before you chop. Whether na your own food, whether I come visit you, in the chop, you know they go chop meat. Oh, until you say take one meat, you go say thank you, sir. You can't chop meat. Elder go mess. You know go feel say that there are some things that are very oppressional. Now even tradition, I say make woman they under nonsense. Now look, now Christianity now going to bring some kind of thing. When I go even support even Christianity more than tradition. If you follow the whole thing there, tradition don't do many damage. Pass not be our tradition for Yoruba, whether the place that poto for England or for heaven and not move heaven anywhere you go lie down with your expensive thing where you wear, you go lie down for the ground there. Say, but my senior, what do you mean? For year they go to tell you say they don't understand why you should do that one. Not be here your papa go do wrong. You know go fit and say dad you do wrong. Now be say the elders come gather from the house the next morning to see how they come go beg. Yeah, they go tell you say the God will strike your neck bend. For you to say this when you do not bad thing, he say your neck go bend tomorrow. So we know that they talk. If you talk, they go say you no. There are many things very oppressive. Woman, okay, make I tell you for Nigeria. You go get girlfriend, you give one girl belle. Look at the way they want to treat your case. So even though you don't wrong, but they say what you do wrong, they don't gather. Black Panther, I beg slow down with this. Okay, make you slow down now. You know they see the woman say he dey cry now. I beg slow down. This is your team. Make sure you put them. Now your penalty be that to make woman go do them. Hey, abomination. Alu, he must pack from the house. He must go beg the gods. They go shame him. They go look at the oppressive now tradition. I spell all this now. How did they do them? Where for Christianity, they go tell you say no, one wife, no, is wrong. Go check. I just want to insert that one inside your, your submission. Sorry.
Yeah. You see, the reason why I say, you see, tradition as a whole. Why I'm saying the religious part makes you do so. The tradition itself is it's like something that can change as time goes on. It changes.
Tradition.
It metamorphoses. It changes shape according to the generation. Like that. Like Benin tradition don't change too. It don't change a little bit.
For you. Go
no, it don't change.
And say something don't change.
No, not be that side. It get way change for Benin tradition too. A lot of things don't change inside. Before it was very, very raw and very scary.
I get a question for you.
For you to even look at the eye of a chief is very scary before in Benin.
I get a question for you. If you make I ask you, I don't know. If anybody Benin body wait for you, make it answer that question. If a king die for Benin, then they see the Baba head or then the Baba head again.
Then it depend on you. If you want Baba, you Baba. They're not compulsory.
No, what did the king expect?
Everybody is expected to barb the hair according to tradition.
According to
tradition. But now it's no longer mandatory
for you to barb your head.
That is how it is. But if you want it now depends on you now how you want how you see them, whether that one they oppressive or not oppressive, or whether you are trying to keep your tradition or you are trying to modify it.
The reason why be say me, when I was small, I they come up, the reason why they very, very when I never see me, but the reason why they different from my attitude, from my ask, be say I be a very, very rational person, even as small as I was, like small. I they always they ask question where you look very stupid and foolish. Even for church, I they ask Mama, why would they do this kind of a thing? All the things what they do for me, for my life, now with I know why they do them. Everything I they tell you. If I go church, I they ask why I go to lift my hand up until I can't get the meaning. I say, oh, okay, they can't go define them. I can't see and so it be. So I they lift my hand up if I want lift my hand up. Now just so there are many things where the tradition now gag us more than even the media. And
no, see, irrespective of what you're saying, even the church itself is like tradition.
We carry them inside church. We carry some tradition inside church.
That's what I'm saying now. That tradition in its sense now. Anything that propel your way of life, your way of living, is regarded as tradition. You understand me? So all those things, they gag us. But it depends on, okay, look at the Christianity now. With times, you see the modification. The modification don't bring about, people, the hunger, no longer preaching the gospel as it is. Now they are now preaching what will benefit them. They are no longer putting their strength on salvation itself, because it is that salvation itself that does the job to cleanse you, not even what you are even saying. Because the man that is not convinced will not be cleansed, will not get that salvation itself. So everything has been transformed. But the question is now, is it to positivity or negativity? But in Nigeria now is on the negative side, because a religion that says that the violent take it by force, you are not supposed to be docile. A religion that says if you pray without work, you make the whole thing is dead. But look at it, they tell you, the people that are still preaching that thing, which is biblical, they are still telling you to keep on praying on one particular thing. That means the whole of Nigeria does not have faith. That is what the scripture means, tells us. If you keep on praying on one particular thing, that means you don't have faith. Because faith is what drives everything to come to pass. That is why you build your faith from one level to another level. But what is entailed in the church now is no longer that. Now they subject you to keep on praying on that particular thing. But they won't tell you the definition of when you pray on one particular thing. It's as if you are making the word of God ineffective, because your faith cannot carry what you are reasoning, you're thinking, you're believing in. Your faith cannot carry it. What do you do then? You have to know more about whom your God that you serve, and how God himself, the character of the God that you serve, you have to know him more. But it's not the way it is being preached now. But that's the way it's being preached to me. That is why I said, to know a man of God, if it's true or it's not, it's fake, or you don't need prayer on that. But the Bible has already said it itself, that many will come, many, not few, many. They will minister, they will even cast out the devil. They will cast those things, do miracles. But they are not from me. How do you know? It's because of the word that comes from their mouth. By their fruit you shall know them. Every word that comes out of your mouth, you'll be judged by that word. That is why to know all this faith, pastor, it's very easy, because see, the wisdom, that's why the Bible is life. It makes things easy if you are willing. I can come boldly and say that thing that man of God ministering is not biblical. He's using his own knowledge as an additive to what he's preaching. That is why you see the people are not receiving it the way they're supposed to receive it. Because what you receive, you go out there to practicalize it and make it work. Don't make the word ineffective. That is why Paul said it. Paul said, they make the word ineffective in this city. Paul left them because their faith was not even strong. They were looking at the word of God as mere word, not life. So that is what is making every Christian very lazy now. They want to get money by praying, but they don't want to walk the prayer. You have to walk the prayer. You have to take a step of faith. You have to be, before you can take a step of faith, you have to be bold. Boldness is the word of God. There's nothing, if you are not bold, you have not received the word of God. That is simple. That is scriptural. If you are not bold, that means you have not received the word of God. That is why I said Christianity itself on its own has covered it, has made them overdosing, like my brother talk, overdosing. They don't know that they are supposed to. Why do you say he's the tribe of the Lion of Judah? What does that mean? What does the lion signify? Does it signify docility?
Can I ask you a question? What do you expect the pastor to tell the church people, like the waiting there for the country now, to do?
It's with look. You don't expect the pastor to say, "Oh, go out there and come out." You know, it is through the word of God that you teach them. We have teachers, we have prophets. If you teach them the word of God, make them act, work on it. That is why the Bible said they are baby in the Lord. They eat soft meat.
What do you expect making it teach them? You know,
it's also to teach them the active word of God, not saying that they cannot talk or they cannot act, because already you are saying that if you don't act the word of God, you are making it dead. So what does that signify?
You wanted to say, make I tell you my point what they ask. You want me the pastor to teach them some topic where they say go motivate them to go on the streets? Or
no, you know the word of God don't they motivate now.
Okay, what be your point?
They got to teach the word to make them bold. Your boldness make you act. It's just like you want to get a job, then you now sit them at home. That as manna fall from heaven, because God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. As manna fall, it will not fall and come and locate you. No, you have to go out there, apply, stick your faith, because you have asked for it. You now act on it. Word of God is an action word. It's not a docile word.
Okay,
teach them how to act on it.
Bring the question come the other side, because you never hit the answer. What do you expect say go happen? How you expect Christians to really respond at this time? Like the way things there for the country, you don't expect at least therefore don't do something like this. Now I want to hear from you. Make I feel know how to comment.
As I expect the Christian to do, they're supposed to stand on the side of truth.
They stand for side of truth now. Then they stand
on the side of truth.
What do be the truth of this matter?
You cannot tell a Christian now to say, "Oh, because a man have gone through the backyard to become something that we all agree you must come through the door." Then you now say, "Oh, it is the will of God." How can you say that as a pastor?
So what is the pastor to tell the member to do now?
The pastor tell the member, say, look, the pastor will tell them, say, this is wrong. We must go to the authority and tell them that this is wrong. We cannot subject ourselves to somebody that did not do the call, that did not go through the right process. We cannot subject and we cannot give our sovereignty to that person.
Okay. I think I get your point. I think instead of telling them, instead of to pacify them, say now the will of God, no could just they pray. Better to educate them, like to sensitize them with the knowledge of the political truth. Like to tell them. Okay, I get your point.
You cannot separate politics itself from the Bible itself, because the Bible can cover all of them.
Everything, leadership, politics. That's why I tell somebody yesterday. I said politics not a very good thing. As a matter of fact, politics is supposed to be in the hand of good men, honest men, righteous men, if you please.
Yes.
Now the camp is supposed to do what they call politics, and politics not be about to play ojoro. Now I make you say be a good politician. This guy know how to play politics, or you know how to do no politics. Now where person go feel when he go get good morale, good character, they can't trust them with the people money, people sovereignty, the people mineral resources. They can't give them the human resources ready for the country. They can't give them all of their resources and all of their sovereignty. They put them for one person now like embodiment. Because why? Because
when it comes to
use that power and this authority to influence better life for the people they within the territorial integrity when in the exact all of these powers. Now be the thing about politics. Now make Bible say, if good man, they authority, the country or the people go they happy. If wicked enter, they go to cry.
They go to cry.
Politics itself is a good thing. But when men goes into politics, as it is in Nigeria,
Wicked men.
When they go into politics for the purpose of what's in for them, what they are going to earn, what goes into the every righteousness, they throw it into the garbage. Because they are going in there for their own pocket. They are not going in there for anything else.
Anybody when you see when they say it not get before, you say you go through away and a lie. If not part of your lifestyle, look at Obi. Since how many years ago? 9 days before you can't enter politics. 9 since day. You don't come out. The thing stay the body. If the thing not there inside you, it not there. Not because you can't throw away.
That's what I said earlier. And I said they don't have conviction now, because if you have conviction, like you now, you have your own principle. Can somebody change some principles or some characters that guides your life? Can somebody just come up today now and just turn it around overnight without you standing for those things that you believe in? It can't happen. It's impossible. So this man, when they got there, because they went in there with no conviction, so that is why they can start drinking the juice with them. Everything they flow in, everything, they just do. They don't have any. That's the problem. That's the problem that we are. All these people, their side is just what is. That's why Agbado can easily. Agbado know himself. He's very confident that look, in Nigeria, you come into that terrain, he will buy you.
Look at what Obi told the bishop. Because of the level of understanding of Obi of the word of God itself, he has trained himself they've trained his mother has trained them up. They got the understanding, because your training now is to a certain level. Then you build on that foundation to get the understanding. Look at what he told the bishop. He went there boldly. Why? How did he do it? It's because he understands his right in the word of God. That's why I walk up to them. They said, that is not what God said. Obi to challenge those bishops, that is not what God said. That everything, God said everything good coming from him. God did not say, oh, what is happening now is the will. It is not his will. The Bible already said the will of God towards us is of goodness. So where in the will of God that God said we should embrace evil things that coming to us? So that is what that's what I just said. You see how he was trained up. You see how he now activated the wisdom, because he had to go inside and search it and get the understanding so that he can activate it on his own. But if you don't have boldness in the word, you cannot activate the word of God. It is impossible. You have to be bold. That is why I said the tribe in the Lion of Judah.
That level of wisdom that it displayed, what we've just described now that will be displayed, is a very, very high standard. We might just look at it ordinarily. Even our so-called pastors in their churches, in their various denominations and churches, they don't teach people this. This is simple and straightforward. That is why people can take all this nonsense. They can absorb it. They are okay with it. They go to church every day because they are not telling them the truth. This is not the will of God. Is it the will of God that you will not have your basic light, the basic things of life,
basic light, water,
like light, like electricity? Is it the will of God for that? They will not preach that to them in and out. Let them understand it. If they have been doing that, see, people will have been out by now. But they have been conditioned. They have been conditioned that it is the will. It is the will of God. We'll just pray about it, and when it is time for God to change it, it will change it. So it was for our grandparents. So it was for our parents, and they want it to be for us too. God forbid.
Some people go suffer for this for after their word. This word, because they really practice, or they really preach heresy. Many that you see in Nigeria are preaching heresies, but people don't know why. People are so flabbergasted, because when he will stand up and say, I prophesy, I do this. See, Hardly before you see a prophet in a country, before you see 1-2 prophets, they hard. There's a level you will be with God.
But in Nigeria, they are like pure water. They are like pure water everywhere.
The prophetic, look, was it not in the Bible told us that it was the prophet that prophesied the coming of Christ and his death? It was a prophet from Isaiah. He prophesied it. There's a level you will get with God. He will give you that mountain. Not be somebody go put on for your head. He will give you that mountain of prophetic mountain. He will give you, and people will see it. It is not me you talking it, wearing that regalia. People will see it, and you'll be as simple like a child. But what do we have now? Anybody that wears suit, you say that's my prophet because you can talk. They are just talkers. They are talkers. They activate it by talking, sweet word. Everybody will be jumping. They will go and say, don't you see what they are doing? They will tell you what to do. And when you come to the church, you say, I prophesy tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Before you know, they'll go put money for your account.
All you need to say is that God said it. If you once you can say those
what about this topic words? What about the Muslim where they don't teach say anybody where they do treat you like this, not an enemy of Allah, kill them or fight them or fight them or do why they never come outside? Moko also go talk to that group. Why they never come outside?
It's the same, my brother. See,
it is the same thing.
It's the same thing that is playing out.
We don't focus too much on this on people, Bible people. More look at Quran people. Waiting, the problem between and inside Nigeria religiously now between Abraham and Ibrahim. Make I tell you now.
Yes.
Now the same parents, but are two of the children
you're right.
For Nigeria. So if you talk this side, you go talk the other side, the other Peking. We don't talk about Abraham. Abraham don't do this.
The same thing. Look at when they are ministering the Quran. They not go ever talk where they mention Prophet Isa and Maria in the Quran. He did there. But they will never talk, they will never say it.
No, maybe I know they will talk about two of them, but they talk about the area where they say the imam go don't say go to that. Everybody make the carry their spot, go Abuja to say enough is enough. That the Muslim, I never seek them for that thing since, because they go come with, as they talk now, I say now only Abraham 9 day for Nigeria. No, if this place is Jerusalem, we go now. We go talk.
Christian, you get Jehovah's Witness, you get Pentecostal, you get
no. All of them are Christian, not just good.
I know. I want give you to show you say now the same thing that they do. You see the Muslim, you get the Sunni, you get different kind of doctrine in the Muslim too. It is the same thing. They are not teaching them the scripture. Islam say your neighbor, if you're hungry, you go carry. I don't forget the verse. You have to if you're hungry, say at the point of that you go carry your own food, carry and give and may survive.
And yet,
Islam says supposed to love the Christian like your brother because now come from one God.
Black Panther. That thing is just, and yet they have the highest alimanjiris all around.
You see now. That's it. You see wrong doctrine when they practice. You see them. They are not empowering the people. They are not empowering them. Rather, they make the people do what? To be violent. There's nowhere in Islam say you must fight for God. It's not there for Quran.
I know one say, Black Panther. And now make we enter error, because you see error now truth where you overstress. If you stress the truth too much, it become error. You can't enter error. Sometimes good make we create balance. The imam and the bishop they teach the right truth, but for the thing to become fruit, to bring fruit, or to become say don't be fruitful, they stop there. You go enter your path as a doer to go do the right truth.
No. You don't get that wrong. You don't
now
get that wrong.
Sometimes,
if you read Revelation, very well. If you read Revelation very well.
No, look, Revelation they change anybody.
No.
Revelation
they speak waiting go happen tomorrow now.
They change, even they go you speak they change anybody. Let me tell you, people who don't repent, we don't become good person today. their lifestyle don't change the way they did before. They don't hear that same preaching for many years. And they're not their friend change.
You see what you did. You see what you talk. You see what you talk now. You see, they don't hear them for many years, but their lives still remain the same.
Yes. And
okay,
that truth.
Okay, now
they tell them that time. Don't forget to, because you say that they know the reason why they bring this point, you say these people, then they tell them the truth. If they tell them the truth, now they want to, my point be say they tell them the truth, but the truth never walk inside them. So we not live with only the bishop and the imam say they need to tell them the right thing.
No, they not they tell them the truth again.
They tell them again. They say they tell them even to this Sunday.
Look, they now you look at now you they look at like that.
Okay,
they
make a
they know they tell. Look, there's a difference between when you tell the truth and when you stand on the surface and take them round without not going to hitting the nail.
Wait, you said there's a difference between telling the truth and what?
Truth. There's a difference telling the truth and going around the truth.
There's a difference between telling the truth and not
going around the truth.
No, I'm not telling the truth, because going around you never do anything. But telling, I'm not telling.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is like this. I'm applying wisdom now. You see, they'll say the kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violent take it by force. That is truth, isn't it? But they will tell you that they will now tell you you must be as milky as a child. But the reference, what the word of God make reference on that side, they're not going to tell you what in that reference be. They will take and cover the other side. When person they do you evil, they will take and cover and say you must still be as milky. That is not the understanding.
Make I give you my own example.
Not the Bible itself.
I give you my own example. What I will say at the expect. The pastor go come on Sunday morning. He go say, "Thou shalt not steal." He go talk that thing, and this person they listen to, and they come every day, every week. They listen to that thing. "Thou shalt not steal," or "Thou shalt not steal." Thou shalt not, and this person steal. So what will be your comment about
that? Let me answer that, my brother.
That's commandment.
That is
my brother. Let me answer that. See. Let me dwell on that one just for a second. Why they are not saying the truth the way it should be said. I think that's the way you should put it. See, when a man of God comes on Sunday and he tells the people, you should not steal. In all that you do, you should be righteous, you should be honest, and so forth and so on. And then the people, the church members, they go the next day. Remember, these church people, they are the ones that hold offices, perhaps every offices, positions in offices. They award contracts, they do everything. He will go there, then following day, he will go and, commit all form of atrocities, bribery and corruption, embezzlement, kickbacks and everything. He will bring the same money to the church. The church will take it. In fact, the church will even know that these are kickbacks money. The church will still take it. So tell me now, who is deceiving who? The church knows that this man is like a father to a son. And you are telling your son that don't steal, don't do this, this is wrong, don't live this kind of lifestyle. And then the son comes back. He started bringing money home, bringing things home. All of a sudden, the son just show up one day. He comes back with Ferrari. You don't ask him, what were you doing? Until the day they will buy the son outside. It is like that.
Follow bad gang.
They don't see these people is as long as it's
my point for this thing was that he'd be saying you don't tell them the truth. Say don't steal, right? So you clear for that one. You say they tell them the truth, not steal, but they can't go. Now they can't go collect kickback. They can't bring a church, even can't give offering. I think you say this was right. I won't comment for this one. This analysis what you give. Telling them the truth, one side is clear. You tell them the truth. If you steal, you are a bad person, you are going to hell, and all those kind of things. When don't tell them, they know. They can't go do the same bad thing. I don't care what they can't bring, what they can't buy, but they can't go do the bad thing again. That is my point. In they tell them the truth, because now what the Black Panther they argue, then they tell them the truth. So he tell them, you agree with him, as he tell them the truth, but he can't still go, they collect kickback, they can't go do what they against the truth. Is that correct? That is the night way you tell me so. So my point is,
I tell you they go around the truth.
No, what did the other guy talk just now? He said the pastor will tell them the truth. They can't go do the opposite of the truth.
Yes,
can't bring money, can't give offering, can't do this one. That one is they are not relevant. My point, whether they came right, is that the pastor, they tell them the truth. Abi, yes, but they can't go do the other side, which made the pastor they play a role.
No, let me tell you one thing when they play a role. You see, there's a difference between when you talk the gospel and when you preach the gospel.
When you talk and you preach gospel,
yes. When you
different
preach,
thing.
Yes.
What will be the meaning of talk? What will be the meaning of preaching?
If you are talking the gospel, and I say, "Thou shalt not steal," we know you are talking it. But when you preach the gospel, you are giving them understanding. You're supposed to give them understanding, because the
Black
word
Panther.
said,
I get question,
yes.
I beg, because I like to. I be teacher too. I want to ask you a question. What will be the meaning of talk? And what will be the meaning of preach?
You are saying it.
Okay, what about preach?
When you are preaching, you are delivering understanding.
See, it's like, my brother, it is like they don't walk the talk.
You got to preach the understanding.
Now, different you talk from Panther now. Panther, let me help you. To preach, not to proclaim.
You're helping me now. I teach the gospel truth now.
But no, what do they talk now? It not be the meaning of
it not be make sense to you now. It not make sense.
I they look dictionary as I talk to you. I even have my Google. I go ask him. He go tell me what he to preach. To preach, I
said word of God talk this way. Not be English.
Now English will they talk now. Preach not the English word. What about talk?
Preaching and teaching.
Not be teaching. Preaching, not be teaching, my brother.
What it be?
Preach is to proclaim.
What is proclaim?
Is to establish.
Are you not trying to impact?
That is in a different form.
Oh,
now,
God.
if I because you say they already teach them. They talk. I mean, sorry. Now talk. I refer to as teach. You say they already talk the gospel. Then they preach them. Yes. Now, they talk with preach. What will be the difference? If I preach, so if I preach for church, okay, let's forget about what they preach. Look at only with the word preach and teach for your meaning. Maybe you tell me what you mean. Preach, just one word.
Now, see, when you say, look, there's one thing we should all know. When people write book, people are ready to, tell you that what they wrote is not the truth. You must not conform when you are ministering the word of God. You not conform yourself with the English dictionary.
Why? When they speak English.
See, when
my brother, see, if you stay on English, you say that is fine. In fact, it will make it easier for everybody to flow. But can you tell me now that those that preach the word, that stand on the pulpit, they go by English translation? They never did. Over and over again. That is clear. They don't. It is they preach it as it suits them, their whims and caprices.
Many of them don't know what they are talking.
That's it. Because if it is English, it is written in black and white. It is English and it is plain and simple. For that one, don't let us go to that one, because there are examples you can give in the Bible that are just plain and simple English. Don't let us even go there. Don't let us go there at all. But it is interpreted completely. Which means that they can see one English word. You can sit on it when you are preaching. That's why you say preaching is not just like talking. No, you can stand on one English word in the Bible, and you can come up with 10 different. What is 10? 100 different messages on that same one word.
Different messages, on that same word.
So that they don't let us even go there. That's completely different. I just want to stay on the truth, righteousness, and the truth. Whether the church, whether they stand on the truth, they are doing it. It's not clear. We cannot say, as Nigeria is right now, that they are doing that emphatically. If we're saying that, then we are doing a disservice to ourselves. We know that they are not doing that. As it stands, it is all about.
Let me go this trajectory so that
it is all about.
Yeah. Now, I am a Bible study class teacher, but there are two different things. You don't isolate yourself from the world, because you are in the world. You are existing in the world. Now, what they made a lot of Christians to do is like this. You are not of this world. They are preaching it the other way around. You are not of this world. They say you are not of this world. That they don't preach the understanding. Now, it makes many Christians to be lackadaisical about the happening in their environment. The Bible said, when Jesus said, give Caesar what belongs to Caesar, it has a lot of donation. He came to this world. He functioned like a man, but he was doing the right thing. That means you can know the Bible and function like a man on earth and do the right thing. But what they are preaching is that function like the scripture, don't do anything in the world, because you have heaven, rosy place to go. That is what they are preaching. That is what they are preaching. But the Bible said, he said, I have given you dominion over principality. Where does principality exist? Is it in heaven? When he said he has given you dominion over the earth, does it now exist in heaven? He said that means you are going to dwell with them on earth. That means you are going to play your role and use goodness to overcome and dominate evil. They don't teach them this. They only teach them, oh, be holy, no touch something, touch them. Oh, you don't spoil us. If Ashawo touch that thing, you don't spoil them. That is what they teach them, and that brings about the docility. And you are not existing, but you're not existing in the world, but you are in the world, doing nothing, just looking at them, taking your sovereignty and everything that God has given you.
At this point, now I don't know what to be your point. So honestly, I don't listen, but
see. My point is, say they have made the Christians docile.
Who
they are
make
not
them
dominating
docile?
their world.
The last point that I get for you, they say they tell them the truth. Now I got to ask you, see, what will be the meaning of truth? When you say, because you use the word over, I they say, they think on my mind, say, what will be the teach for church now, if not be the truth? So I they ask you now, say, what will be the truth? You can't tell me, say, the thing, where they say, if anybody they talk can not be the, you go, they preach them. Now they ask, I want to know, what will be the truth? When we say they talk, so then they talk. Okay. I go, no. I go tell you, say, they talk, and if I hear them.
See, they know they preach Bible halfway. You know that? They know they preach Bible halfway. If you say somebody to dominate, you go tell them the reason why you need to dominate in your own environment, because God don't give them that environment. They know they teach that thing.
What the book will not deviate? What will be the truth? When you say they know they teach.
Now the truth that I tell you now.
No, define that. You know that you be teacher. You go define the word.
Truth, See, when you talk about the truth, you are saying the right thing.
Truth mean truth. You say truth means the right thing, right?
The right thing. The right thing.
Okay. All right. I listen. I don't get that one for you. According to you, and I don't get that.
If you are saying the right thing, yes. Now you say you are preaching dominate your world. Then you did not teach them how to dominate their world, but you are telling them that they have the power to dominate their world. But when it comes to when somebody is being oppressed, and you tell him to go and meet that person to stop the oppression, you say leave him. Now God go judge him. Why
Black Panther,
like that?
Black Panther, let me take it if you can, if you permit me.
Oh, sorry, take him.
Let me just take it just for a minute there. See where you ended there. When in the system that we have now, we are concentrating on Nigeria now. I don't want us to deviate, because this is the issue that affects us all. We're talking about Nigeria now and what is happening and how people are being affected, seriously, affected by all this. See, when they say they are preaching, dominating, your environment or your, being a domineering factor in your environment, which is good, which is fine. Then how? How? Yes. That's the truth. The question is, how do I do that? They will then go. The next step is to go to how it will benefit them. You got to bring all your money before you can dominate. You got to give until you cannot give again before you can dominate. You can see the manipulation there.
We don't come out for the main point now. They listen to
No. We're talking about the truth. We're talking about the truth here. You said you want to know. You said you want to know. You are insisting. I think the issue here is that you are saying that they are preaching that they are saying the truth, but I'm on the side that they are not. And if at all, I'm going to concede that they are saying the truth. Is a manipulative one. You can have your child, your son, is your son, your own blood, your own son, and be manipulating that child in the name of telling that child the truth. You are manipulating that child, and you say you are telling the child the truth.
Your thing they show who they talk self. I try to look for who they talk self. Is before they show indication. I don't know.
Now, brother Jonathan, they talk now.
Brother Jonathan, I don't know, but now who did Jonathan they talk?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing be say, who be they when they talk? Then they tell the truth. They talk the pastors.
I'm talking about the leadership of the church. I'm talking about the structure of the church, because that's where the people are encapsulated. That's where they are. That's what I'm talking about.
You're not sure, say, if you use some words, some connotations, like some pastors or few of the pastors, or the pastor. I don't see some pastors maybe say, and then they talk the truth.
Okay, now that one year. Okay, some pastors.
It go there more. I think because if you say
you want specifics. You want specifics, but you see, wisdom also demands that you don't lay. It is not everything that you open your.
Concerning the CSU team, when they say it is a Nigerian thing, many objections come they fly. Say not be Nigerian thing, not be every how we Nigerian be. There are some, or there are few of them.
Okay, my brother, let me make one short statement for you.
See, comment all right.
Yeah, make one short statement for you.
And even if you say I had a Muslim, then I know go still, you not make enough sense to that. I told you me.
See,
I'm very inquisitive.
Mokuno Lukam say Muslim against Christian, but more Lukam holistically.
I know they never think about that thing. Now we are talking about the truth. We are not talking about Muslim.
The truth is Christian. Like this. Truth is Biblical. Let me tell you about what is truth. Truth is wisdom and knowledge.
That is not the truth. That is not the meaning of truth.
Truth is wisdom and knowledge, biblically.
No, that is not the meaning. That is not the meaning. I don't know that you are getting my English.
That is not the meaning. I'm telling you that is why they said the things of God is stupid to things to men.
Excuse me, that is not the meaning of TRUTH.
Truth. It's wisdom and knowledge.
That is, where are you getting that definition from?
It is me that created that definition.
No, you are not an authority yet, brother.
You know why I created that definition?
By listening to you.
Do you know why I created that definition? It's from my own.
You don't have that.
No,
you are not potent.
You who have it? What is the standard?
No, you are not. You are not. You can't. This is a public platform.
No. I want to ask you a question now. What is
there
the standard?
There are people of high reasoning who will listen to your argument.
What is the standard for you to have to create your own definition?
Yeah, when you want to, you see, when you are talking about truth, you see, if you want to use, if you are talking from a Christian perspective, or you are talking spiritually, right? Truth, if you are you have to differentiate it. What are you talking about? Are you talking about truth from a biblical perspective, or are you talking about truth from the English word truth?
Biblical perspective. That's what I told you now.
If you say truth, the Bible. They will say, what you always say is that what they taught us, in school. If you have, is that very simple. Truth, they will say truth is just a fact. Even if you go through primary 6, you know that truth is just a fact. But
Jonathan,
Jonathan, yeah.
Look, we've been talking like we talk like English people since, all right? If you want to talk about truth, spiritual truth or scientific truth, or you want to talk about things like some other kind of truth, like in the healthcare, But if you want to talk about truth, we say we want to use it as a normal English, which we use since. It means different thing. Is when you talk about truth or true, you're talking about things that has to do in accordance with fact or reality. That is the definition.
That is the English. That's you're coming from the English perspective.
So what is your definition coming from? Where you? That's why I ask you. So what is
my definition is coming from the Bible.
Bible.
Yes.
Truth me for Bible.
My definition is coming from the Bible, from what I have learned.
Where is your reference from?
Wait now,
which part of the Bible you want to
now? Wait. What I've learned, for you to dwell and for you to sink and dwell in truth richly.
No.
I'm talking from the scripture now. Understand me? Why you jump?
If you want me to listen to you, please try to be categorical. That is, try to be like a teacher, where you can first of all define the word.
When
example,
I've already defined the truth.
You never defined
the truth.
You never
already told you what is truth. English term. You said okay.
No, that is not English. Now you say your own truth now from Bible. Of course, okay,
that's what I'm saying now. What is the scripture?
You are not defining. You are maybe explaining.
No. What is the scripture? I'm asking you a question now, so that I will come
let me. You see, I think what you are driving at is like this is you don't need to make it complicated. We've established what truth is. We know that is a fact. But wait. But when you say,
I like this, my brother.
But truth, from the spiritual perspective is different. Please, it is different. Because why? Let me tell you this. Because of my belief, I'm a child. Let me say it straight away the way it is. I'm a child of God. I believe in Jesus Christ. That is a truth. To another person, listen, to another person who is not a Christian, who is not a born again Christian, that is not truth.
No, that is not a way of analyzing truth.
I'm telling you from what I'm saying. See, truth is either if you believe in Christ, is that not true?
If another person, okay, make I ask a question. If somebody say believe in Islam, is that not the truth too?
That's also that's his belief.
Now
that's belief. That's the spiritual meaning. That is true to that person. When you come to the literal meaning of it, the English meaning is facts. Which is a fact.
What is they according to reality?
If the temperature goes to -0, it will freeze. That's a fact.
That is the
that's the true meaning. That's the literal meaning of truth. Okay. If the temperature, you have to look at those are facts. But see, a Christian will also tell you that I believe that if I go outside and even if it is -0, I'm not going to freeze or get frozen. I believe. That is my belief. That's my faith. So those are the two things. So don't let us. I think
you can't enter the frozen state of environment.
That's the fact. That's the fact. Now,
give me a chance. If you can't enter, you not can't freeze. You can't sweat rather. That is the truth. Abi?
No. It's not going to happen. See, there is.
It's not going to happen now. Why
that's not going to happen. Let somebody get into the code now. Let him get into the code. -2, -3. He will freeze to death.
So why
without wearing the proper clothing, he will freeze to death. That's a fact, and that's the truth.
So my question will be this: if somebody say he no go fit waka for river, he can't enter boat, make it not sink. Not be true. That is the truth. Another person can't say no, he go fit waka, go where those people dey for the river. He can't waka on top of the water. Not be truth be that true.
No. That's a belief. That's a belief. That's not because if you enter river on your bare leg, on just the bare surface, you will sink. You will sink. But if you get but if you get on the water, you have a belief that you are going to walk on the water, and you actually did. You believe another person can do it, and the person will sink. That's a belief.
Look at this one again. The Bible really says Jesus Christ is the truth, the life, and the way. Wow. How do you see that? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
You see, when biblically you say Jesus, what is life? If you use literal meaning of definition of life, it's different from the biblical definition of life. So that is why that's why I love this from his own perspective when he's telling literary meaning. I'm saying, okay, that's why I always say biblically. This is what I'm saying. Literally, we all agree. But when you come to this man that is in this faith, the truth is the word of God. Life, they believe, is the word of God. The life is the word of God.
Black Panther.
You see, that is what I'm trying to do. There are two definitions. So when you say authority, I cannot, you see, people that wrote things, you came to meet it.
Black Panther.
They didn't wait, let me tell you something. That's one thing that put a black man down. People that came, they wrote something.
Jonathan.
And everybody said, this is it. Another person come. If I come now, because I get blasting, you will not ask me where my authority come from.
Jonathan.
But if the white person talk now, you don't say, that man know what they do.
Let me tell you something about what I know about the truth from the Bible. Me, I read Bible too. I follow my mom, they go church. And then since I did on my own, I read Bible too. The truth is the way God see the situation. The fact, now the way man see the same situation, two of them. So when it come to man, it will tell you, say this person not get womb again. They don't abort the womb yesterday when they do the operation. You not go feel born picking again. They can't go church. One person will feel with spirit of God. God, they talk to the person or they do something to the person. The man can't look the person. He said, you go born, but I go pray for you, make you born next 9 months from now. You go come born picking, boy, child. The doctor there for the church, his face can't twist.
He
can't look. Somebody says not lie. How can this thing be?
Because I don't think I'm thinking be that night.
Either they say the pastor lie, either they say how this thing go happen, because I don't see evidence. Even the womb in my lab when I don't remove. Why they want this thing? So now it can't happen. The pastor no lie, the doctor is not lie to two of them. But one they say one are facts, one are true, and the true they supersede the fact.
No. You get it wrong. You get it wrong.
I make Jesus say, I am the truth. Human being, when we go to the lab, some of us, all of us here, we are professionals, all right? When we go to the lab, we test something over and over. It gives us the same result. We call it facts because we have tested over and over. It gives us the same result. It is considered a fact. When God supersedes that our results, it becomes the truth. So anytime you see God they talk, man they submit its own knowledge and power right there, because say him they use a superior method called the truth. So
okay, what be the definition of what you they talk now? The different from what they talk before.
What be the definition of what they talk?
God is the truth, isn't it?
What I tell you just now, say God.
You say God is the truth. Jesus is the truth.
I say that no, I only make reference. So that is why Jesus say, I am the truth. I said, but the truth is used by God, by the heavenly community. Why fact is used by professionals and well-educated mind on earth. So if somebody comes say acid is not to be drunk, it don't test time. Says destructive inside your system. When it enter, it will damage you and kill you. Somebody can come with superior Those with those divine, those people who are dealing above our realm is superior. They can't tell you, say, no, I go
can I say man lives in two worlds?
No, you won't deviate the topic now. I still land, because if you go that way, I will come follow you, will come cut everything. So when that
what you are saying, this is what you are saying now. I'm telling you what you are saying.
If that person, it could be using satanic power, Jesus power, witchcraft, but his own comes to supersede your own. It defy your own, and then it won't stand. That person.
You see that area you enter now, satanic power, that you are going to, and just stick to God.
You are going to another way.
Stick to the truth. Stick to the truth, the true God. Then we know that we are on the same page. Yeah.
All right. So let me withdraw those satanic. So God now come and say, this person go born tomorrow, go born 9 months from now. Why the person just leave your hospital? When I do operation, you can't remove the womb because of the problem when they get for the womb. So man is correct. God is correct. The only thing is that one was operating with a lower principle called facts. Why the other one they use is supernatural. So that one can superimpose on that one. It's just like a governor or one local government chairman can say, make anybody not park car for here tomorrow, or they won't use this field to play football. The governor can say, no, they go use that field for crusade, the same date. Which person go stand? And the governor will go stand. Say they go use that for crusade. So
make I come in here.
And the facts.
May I come in here? You see, that is why I say the scripture is the totality of the world. It covers it covers the world. It is what makes the world what it is. You see, when you say Jesus is the truth, I can as well say Jesus is the wisdom of God. Prophetically. And we came as a result of the proclamation of the word, which is wisdom itself. We came as a result of that. That is why man exists in two worlds. The Bible is the truth. Because the Bible, the word of God created the world. So we should not argue the scripture. But if you want to say literally, I agree with you. But when you were talking now, you were talking about two worlds. I'm using logic to understand what you're saying. You're talking about two worlds. Under the word of God, we subject ourselves to the word of God. In the world, we dominate with the word of God, because that is who we are. That is why we must fight for the truth, because we came from that source. So when the preacher preaches and it does not allow you to, it doesn't make you to know, because he is the teacher. It's not just to say the word of God verbatim. You are supposed to explain the knowledge of it all. You are not just to tag the word or just say the word of God like that. Just believe they don't understand. No. Not everybody that has the spirit of discernment. Not everybody that can understand. But you have to teach the message. The word you brought in, you have to teach and make it open so that the understanding will be clear. That is what many are not doing. Not all of them. Many are not doing. And in that many, 70% of the Christians, they are going down because they cannot dominate their world. Now that they believe, they believe the preacher will take them to where they are going to.
Black Panther, I get a question. How you manage to know the percentage now, 70%? I'm
not assuming now. That's an assumption now.
It's
not verified. I'm assumption now.
They're not supposed to talk, because people they feed from what they talk, they listen to your conversation. The platform
in the Nigeria contest, now the way it is up to 70%.
How you tell no say you don't? How you tell no?
I tell no. Okay, watch. When the Obedient came out, what happened? How many percentage did you see out of 200 million people?
Nobody know the percentage.
How can you know? I read statistics.
And that could ask you. Can I make me to ask you a very even tougher question now? You say you read it.
I can use an assumption now
No, don't even talk more again. You want to scatter your profession. If you talk like
No,
that,
I
you
don't
make
scatter
people
now.
look
I
at
just
you
want
down.
to use I'm using now. I'm
No,
using a
listen.
small statistics of what
Black
we have
Panther.
in our closet now.
Black Panther. See, I know say Jonathan has a degree in one thing or the other. I'm Dr. Ken. Anytime you they talk, this na global platform. If you know how many thousands they listen to you, they feed them. They notice you. They go check fact with you they talk. Make I tell you. Me, sometimes I know they comment for the platform. As I they listen, I they go check dictionary. Maybe some I don't know they talk. They say, sometimes I'll go Google them. Make I see this a new word. I'll come mark who they use that kind of word. I say, why this guy always talk things that are not really true? In my mind, though, so people they listen to us.
Anything I ask you question so that you will know where they come from.
Good make you give me chance, make I finish, so that we go no say with the converse. It good say if they talk something, make it business a team will be say you don't verify. You go feel say okay, make I show you, go check here now. You go just say a day. But if you say 70% of the pastors now the day, I can't ask you say you be statistician. Now I can make the matter serious more. Then you can't talk as a statistician now. You want to just imagine
I divert. Okay, now wait. I want to ask you one question now. After when this election was going on, I want you to take your rough statistics now. Take your rough statistics and look at where I'm coming from. After this whole election now, during the election, how many men of God in Nigeria came out that you saw?
That I saw, it might not be up. It might not be.
No, I just want to ask you rough. Give your rough estimate.
Yeah, that's what I want to say now. I have to be very
in percentage.
I have to be able to defend what I say.
In percentage,
if it's in percentage, then it should be very, very like maybe 0.0001.
Okay, good. Now
that's my own guess. You asked me to guess.
You see, we are giving rough statistics now. It's prone for verification. And I know if that verification goes further, you might because you might not get to the exact number, but you might get closer to the number. Now, you see, you said 0.00%. Now, I now said in that 0.00%, the followers, how will that 0.00% now? How many that the other percent, that's about 90-something% that didn't speak anything. What kind of message will come out of those people? 90%.
No, listen, you ask me the pastors that I saw that came out.
Yes, I'm using your own percentage now.
It doesn't mean the pastor that were not in support or they support or they not support. It means say what you ask me, say which one come out when I see.
Come out to speak.
They not pass, they not reach up to a 10 when I see when they come out. And you know what I'm talking, say the churches for Nigeria, they are in their, I don't know that they are in their millions, maybe they should be thousands, right? If they are in their thousands and we are over 200 million,
yes,
you know what that means already. So that's why I had to use a point and then 30 after the points to become 1, so that it will be in the 99.9% that
they were dormant.
That not dormant, that did not come out to speak. That is your question.
You refer them as dormant now. They are not working.
No, you can't say they are dormant. Means they are inactive.
No, they are inactive. They are not coming out to speak, but they are not active. So we can put them in that position.
If you say something or someone is dormant, it means it is not active at all. Some people were active, some leaders, they were active. Sorry, I don't want to. Some people, they active, but they come outside, they can't do vocal the way other ones they vocal. They just decide to do their things. Like, for example, there's one pastor way there for Abuja, 2 of them. One Paul Anechi, the other one the other what be name now Hausa. Now, Usa person.
Yeah, the one for Bauchi.
Former Islamic person. I mean, what it be? He did very.
You know, for Jos.
I don't know where it did, but now maybe not Jos. I think not Jos. Yes, that one. It was so vocal. In the vocal. The one for Paul and Nishi, they vocal. Wait again. Apart from that one, I think
Winners too.
I think Winners talk small, but those two now they talk well. There was another one they come with
prophecy. You can put them under very active.
You see that? So all of them grouped together, not reach to form even minus 0.1%, not reach at all. It's like 0.0040 points, then 30 them with one there because they are just less than nothing. So, but you know me say these people they not talk, they are dormant. No, it not mean that thing.
You see, okay, you are right. You see, my use of word, I'm using the word, but I'm not saying they are, but I'm using it to just to categorize them temporarily.
But if you don't if you categorize somebody will not fall into that.
It is what I see that will speak on. It's not what I don't see.
Instead, if you just say according to the thing where you would see, when you notice,
I use you now according to what you see now we do talk. That is why I'm saying it. Not good. That's why I'm separating it now.
Good, because the first thing we bring this kind of thing will make me want to interrogate, like interject, like always breaking between your line of thought. Because of say they say 70% of all these pastors they were like this. The other percent now
to that 70% now from your
own. You managed to know.
We are getting to 70% from your own now, from your own.
Before you will know.
For me, I think even if you say 70%, I don't think you are out of line. You are just within the range. It's an approximation, but because
it's not correct approximately.
See, the thing is this. But one thing is certain though. But one thing is certain though, that for me is that in fact the 70% is even you are even underestimating the whole thing. Because when you look at the totality of the people we're talking about now,
from the 70% now, I can make a pivot there.
If you look at the totality of them, these people, and then you look at the number of people that you can say they are speaking out, knowing the fact that Nigeria is littered with churches and with pastors, those that are called, those that are not called. We know that the whole country is littered with them all over the place. So saying 70% is even an understatement in the first place. When you want to say,
I'm lenient.
That's a lenient number. Because why? See, those people in Nigeria, they are also captured. They are captured too. They can't talk. I'm not talking of those smaller ones. I'm talking of even the big fish among them. These people are captured. They can't talk. I don't want you to put it in percent.
Don't stand under that premise. Okay. We are using what you are saying now to do it.
See,
what you are saying now.
These people that we're talking, we shouldn't, as it stands right now, I don't think Nigerians should expect much from them other than, for me, I'm not expecting anything much from them that they will do anything, to revive the country, or they will contribute in a positive way toward change in Nigeria, the change that we are all clamoring for, that these people will play that pivotal role to achieve that. I don't just forget it. It's not going to happen from there.
But doctor, are you surprised?
I'm not surprised.
From your teaching of the gospel, are you surprised of what you are seeing?
No, the thing be say, if people talk, you there for, I don't know the country where you there. Even though if you did Nigeria, you're not there within the geographical, space of every pastor where you go feel the one way they speak out.
No, don't go people. Don't go. You don't take your statistics from there. You don't take it like that.
I know. I just make statement. No, I never they do start. I just they make statements. He get people where they very vocal. Even more than Eneche and the other person. They not get platform for you to even see their voice or hear their voice. They're not getting
You
it.
cannot hide the
That's the
truth.
point. So
You cannot hide the
I
truth.
think that's exactly the point. It's like you have three pastors, for example. One of them is commanding a platform of 1 million, and the other two, the other two combined together, they are only, they have a platform of 1,000. So and the one with the platform of 1 million is not talking.
He's not talking.
The one with the platform of 1,000 and
He's
they are talking, there will be no impact at all.
I think for me, I think if like say Black Panther, maybe 12 now. If like say I just summarize everything, say make we just say Daddy Adegboye is not talk. The other Daddy, that is big people, they get mega.
No, we don't want to use their name now because they are respected men now. We don't want
to use their name now.
No,
I think they talk about the truth.
It's not good now.
If they talk, you see now the thing where they are Black Panther said they're going to go around.
Name now.
Black Panther said they're going to go around. Now we are in
a global network.
Now the same way the pastor did global work
too. There's this Yoruba adage. They will say it is not all cloths that you bring out inside the sun to dry.
Now the thing when they talk so
when you watch cloths, by the time there are some cloths that you will put inside to dry, even though it's very hot outside. So it is not all cloths that you bring out.
But by the time you don't quote parable for the young people now, now both I talk about the tradition, they will come mellow down. They will not come do what they want to because you don't quote tradition. Now be the two way Black Panther they talk say when they didn't tell they go they around the truth. Not be what they talk so. If they call the name, and they hear them, their conscience go nothing are true. They not
I am standing under the premises of what you just said. Now we are in a global network. And we don't want to tarnish the image. Neither do we want to be sued for tampering with the image and the character of an individual. That is the purpose why we should not mention their names.
No, but we have not done deformation, right?
Say church.
We never do deform. We never deform character here. If we say this person not talk, not true.
I don't know law, but I don't want they ignorant of the law.
Now make me educate you, so okay. The thing we say there's what we call deforming of character to make your character bend, which may not be the way it did. If we say in not talk during this time to talk out to talk against this thing, not be true we talk, we go feel proven with many things. A public figure. Then if we say, for example, say Suleiman, he not talk like the way they talk before. Now true we talk. If we say
no,
big names.
We talk on who talk, who no talk. That's why we don't want to go deep. Not just stand on the premise of who talk and who no talk.
They're not accuse anybody say that they talk, they go around the truth. Now I make the thing then no. Because now what you
most of them they talk say the election was not fair.
Now what would they do now? So now to go around the truth, we're gonna say there are some people who not do like this.
There is this saying. There's this saying that I think it was made popular. In fact, he owns that statement. This quote, I think it was Desmond Tutu, that if you are indifferent, to wickedness, you are on the side of the oppressor.
The oppressors. God bless you.
You are on the side of the oppressor. So for them, the game they are playing. For those of them, they are playing that game of quote and unquote wisdom. That they are playing the wisdom game. That's how I would call it, is that to remain silent, because anything they say now that is contrary to what is expected or what is the truth could backfire on them. So it is some of them just prefer to remain silent.
That means quote and unquote they are scared.
They are scared. They don't want to come out. So it's better to remain silent because they cannot say the truth that we've all been talking about earlier, because that is the truth. And since they can't say that, they can't. They prefer to be silent.
Jonathan, you speak with the microphone of elder just now. So I want to ask you a question through the speaker, the last speaker of an elder. Is it every truth that we must talk outside? And the question I get for you. Every truth that we must speak outside, talk them out. because not truth.
Is it every truth you must talk outside?
Yeah, you must subject it to the environment, to situation and circumstances, and it gets to a point where that truth is warranted to be spoken out. You got to. What we have in Nigeria right now.
No, I don't want to answer that question because I want to follow it up.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that yes, I'm talking in the context of what is happening in Nigeria now. I'm trying as much as possible not to generalize it or to take it outside, just to stay on Nigeria, what is happening, because that is the focus. So in the context of what is happening in Nigeria right now, the truth has to be said.
Yeah. Okay, Jonathan, you have well spoken. Your answer, when you ask, say whether not every cloth, no matter the sun, they shine strong. And the answer be that. Sometimes you go dry that cloth for outside, even though not be waiting to dry for outside. But you look at the situation, look where the country did, you go dry them for outside because of the situation.
What do you mean now? What do you mean now?
Now decide to tell you, say truth. You go feel call people name when you warrant them, say make you call them out publicly. You go call them before.
See, these people, we don't call their names tire. People don't call their names tire. Even there are some people that they don't even give a damn. They just go in for it right away. They just call it the way it is.
You know why they're conservative of the names? It's as a result of what you spoke earlier on. So I want to follow that guideline because you brought a guideline. So I'm following that guideline. If you want me to blow the name, I go blow them. I'm not to send anybody.
The reason why we say we they look ourselves for America and Europe, all right, and some of this advanced country where they look different from our own side. They say that side they talk them the way they. In fact, I think the first time when I go, which state for USF, I know I don't forget because I don't go many of those.
But not the old truth when they talk.
Wait, no, you never know what you never know what I won't talk. As I see, they can't write one thing for there. It's a caption. They say, if you see something, say something.
Say something.
So I can't see and say, even for for America side, those areas, those advanced Canada, those people, once they see, say, even you where they beat your Pekin, or they hear somebody they cry inside the house, one kind cry, be like say they consigning cry. They don't carry phone. So call say police I beg, they hear somebody they cry since so with high voice. I don't know what they happen. So number, so apartment. They come. The thing be say they don't care. Once, if they see something, they go say Mr. Jones or this school. They don't call the name because police go ask them what will be the person name. If you say you don't know, they will take on like that. If you say I don't know small, but I know like I think now James one thing, they go take on like that. So it help to make society the day straight because pastors now human being just like you and myself. Native doctor now person like you and all of us dey for earth. We are material. Our body dey na human being blood dey inside. We go fit no matter how holy your bishop or the bishop be or the prophet, he go fit commit sin when he pass the one he dey commit because na still human being. They can go do it. So if we see that they do wrong thing, we go call them out. Say they do wrong thing.
Doctor, in general now you agree with the statistics.
No, because we never get any ratio that we use to define such numbers.
Look, you just made mention of just one adage now. See the truth, say the truth. See the truth, say the truth.
That 70% is not the truth because I didn't see it. So I can say
I'm standing in the middle. I don't want to
when you say you didn't see it, is it too high or is it too low?
No, what I mean is whether it's not. It's not in that form because number one, before you can know how to partition or how to come to a particular amount or portion of any kind of numbers, you should have the whole number. So if I have 20 pastors, then only 3 now come outside to come talk. What did that mean?
I said you use percentage now.
That means it's about 15%.
No,
if I take that now, what you are now saying is that it's even higher than that 70%.
No, not that it's even. It could be. Use that place. That one. It could.
It can only go higher. It can't go lesser.
If I say it could be higher. It could be lesser.
No, don't use could. If you use could now, that means it can either go backward,
Left,
or forward.
all right. Yeah, that's what I mean
But
by my
now
English.
on this one where would they talk, when you went to the extent of 0.009, that means it cannot go back, because the possibility of going back is very slim, because your percentage is very slim.
Yes, because the reason I use that percentage, that's one is just on probability. Is because the pastor, I told you less than 10 that was outspoken, right? Less than 10. You know how many pastors we have. Let's forget about how many churches we have. We know how many pastors. When they say, "Are you a pastor?" Yes. Are you a pastor? I'm sure that it's more than 2 million pastors or more in that country.
Over 2 million.
Over. So if only 10, if less than 10% can't come outside, we represent. Which percentage that it represent? It not represent one.
That's what I said earlier, that you have to juxtapose that with the platform that they have. Okay, so it becomes very, very nominal. When you have one of them, one pastor controlling more than 30 or 25 to 30% of the total, people that call themselves Christian, or just about 5 or 6 of them controlling that total number. So whatever they say, you can easily constitute it as being a majority, because what we're talking.
I don't know what I know if I get idea of how many. Hold on, hey Google.
No, you can take your
you
can take your rough sketch, and people will understand, because what the perimeter, the formula you use in arriving at your percentage, it's what matters a lot.
We have in Nigeria.
Doctor,
these results on Sir.
Even Google self not know how many pastors in Nigeria. That is confusing.
Doctor, understand this very clearly. You see, when Peter Side was taking his statistics, he stated clearly how he got it and the formula, how he used it to arrive at that. But at the end, it's not.
Your audio is very bad,
I'm outside. Can you hear me very well now?
It's a little better. Yeah, it was muffling.
Okay.
And
yeah. Sorry about that. You can. What exactly people need is how you got to your 0.00%, because actually you cannot get the totality of the amount of pastors you got in Nigeria. So the formula arriving there is what they want to know. Yeah.
When I checked on Google, I don't know how factual or how correct that is. There are almost, I think, approximately about 8,000 churches in Nigeria. That's denominations now. Under each denomination,
we have
some of them has as much as 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 parishes. Branches. So you need to do the math. So when you say in Nigeria there are 2-3 million pastors, you are within that range. You are just within that range, and those are the ones that can even be computed. There are those ones that they are in the villages all over the place. They just call themselves pastors and all the rest of it.
Because you cannot get the real figure. You can't
get the real figure. The place is littered with so-called men of God, real one and fake ones all over the place, and that's part of the problem that we have in that country.
So we all agree now. Let's just use that 70%.
What is part of the problem we have? You guys you're making me think like I'm in the classroom again.
Part of the problem that we have is that what I'm saying is that part of the problem that we have is the fact that, see, in a country where there are some streets, if you go to major cities in Nigeria, Lagos, Benin, Port Harcourt, Abuja, you enter some major street, you will see 2, 3, 4, 5 churches. That's a problem on its own. Go to so many industrial areas that are meant for industry.
I have a concern, Jonathan. If we have 5 churches on one street and the crime rate is at 70%, what about if there wasn't any church? Do you think the crime rate would go to 1?
Now you are getting
Do you think, I want to ask the question because you said that is part of this because many pastors.
It's part of the problem. See, there is no synergy. There is no synergy. There is no empirical fact. I'm answering the question directly. There is no fact, any empirical that you can say that you want to link, the rate of crime up or down to the number of churches. No,
Yeah.
nothing like that. In fact, if everything is in order, to take the churches away, if everything is in the crimes will even reduce. You can't say that because we have many churches, so crime as a result of many churches, we even have lesser crime. That's the claim some of them are making, and they are
So
just
for
justifying that we need more churches.
You cannot.
No.
Let me give you an example.
Are
Let me
you
give you an
sure
example.
that? Are you sure that if you reduce the church, the problem of the society will be minimized?
No, the church as for crime rate in any society. It's only in Africa we think about the church. But outside
For me,
Africa, they think about what you can do what can I do to reduce the crime rate in the society.
it's obviously not be. I not believe say many churches where they and be part of the problem of the society like you made. That is not. It doesn't make any sense to me because they are not teaching people or coaching them how to be a problem. For me, I think
No.
the problem
You see,
is actually
you are
with the
being straight.
government.
You are being
If
you
the
dey hit the
government,
nail.
if you want to reduce crime, listen to Peter Obi. Peter Obi is an intellectual. That is why I love to listen to him anytime he's campaigning, during his time, anywhere he goes to. I try to listen to him. I'm waiting for him to come down here so that I will really rub mind with him, maybe for the first time face to face. But the thing is that if you provide jobs, there are some criminated-minded or some criminal-minded individual who, on their own, they will sign out of criminality.
Doctor, you know what you are doing now?
What am I doing?
You are being on the defensive side
of what?
Of the church.
I just want to defend what is right, that is me.
You are being on the defensive side because the amount of people going to church is very high.
Okay.
And you expect in that congregation, there is always an influence of the man of God towards his own people.
Yeah.
So that influence have a very big vital role when it comes to political arrangement in any country. So therefore, the church has a higher influence when it comes to a political arrangement or political process in any country, neither the US, the Britain, Europe, any country. The religious body have a very big role to play.
Now be what they talk so, and they play
no,
their
role. They defend them now.
Yes, because the reason why they defend what is right, they say what is right.
Not talk now. You go now. All of us defend what they right.
Now be waiting me. I don't know what they defend, but me I know say they defend because the thing where the way they influence people when they enter church. Now the book will be saying so good in the right inside, not steal, not kill, love your neighbor.
The book for Africa, not be the book.
No, now the book when I don't know.
Everybody they find solid for inside church to change their life in terms of monetary, in terms of job. That is what they are looking for.
The thing what they look for there, all the church where I don't look for before for go TV, go live, go visit. I never visit all the churches where they for Nigeria, but I don't go many churches. Many, when I say many, different states, and I don't see and say that they talk about how you go day heal spiritually. That they talk about how you go take get money to increase. That they talk about your business. That they talk about marriage. How your marriage go take this stable. That they talk about how you go take the patient. That they quote Isaiah, they that wait upon the Lord. That they talk about many of these kind of things when you go feel wrong, line up with itself. Because if at any time, say any of the con they promulgate, or they con they uplift, or they con they promote something will be say a day criminal in nature, the government will don't close that kind of place. Or if we don't arrest the person where say they support or they try to push that thing, they promote that kind of thought or that kind of ideology for that kind of place. Now I make the arrest of those there.
May I tell you why they use that? May I tell you something? You see, just mention of one verse of the Bible, those that wait upon the Lord. You see, the people that have captured this system, they are using that. And on the context of what the Bible says about those that wait upon the Lord, they are now using it against the people not to be active and work out their faith. that they should wait. They should wait upon the Lord. That's why I told you that man exists in the world and man exists in the spirit.
Where
So
you don't hear that
you must
kind
have
of talk.
you have a role to play.
Make I ask you one question. I don't want to doubt you say that they talk that thing for their own personal interest or gain. My question I want to ask you is say, how many places you don't go where you can't hear say the pastor they talk opposite of waiting me and you understand? How many? One or three?
I'll not be Nigeria. Plenty.
No, just give me, just approximate. How many in numbers?
See,
just approximate.
Out of 20.
The one you don't go, the one where you don't go.
Out of 20 is 15.
So you don't go 15 churches.
As a visitor to visit, maybe they're having a program. I went there. Sometimes I'll just get up and walk out.
And you don't go where they get program. Maybe the program are fundraising or something like right? And you can't say they talk like that. Now, me, I don't go more than 150 or more than 1 or 3,000. When I go there, maybe I don't see about 3 among these 3,000 that don't pass. They're not they talk about that thing like that for their own thing. Maybe not 3. And that 3, when I go, I come frown at some. And the place they talk that thing, they talk from small area, which means, for example, I don't see where service don't they nice. Or maybe 90% of the church or 95% of the service, what did they talk? It did nice. 5%. Now somebody come they call say, how many of you if you want so seat for me to buy new shoe next week and buy this coat? You know, make daddy, you know, make mommy wear this shoe. Come buy shoe for mommy now. You know,
that's a common thing now. Now common thing all over the church for Nigeria. All
no, not be all. That is why they tell you
now all.
No, not all. If you say all, you put heavy task for your head where you go come apologize at the
end. If I take my percentage from 85%,
no,
percentage all of them.
No percentage for this area. If you say all, it's missing 100%.
See,
now you they talk. Now everything mean all mean 100%.
I belong to a very big church for Nigeria, very mega church.
The church not be the whole church for Nigeria, not be that church.
No, I tell you, wait, make I tell you something. You see, most of these small churches now break out from those mega churches that you see. Go and take your statistics. Majority of these churches.
Okay, make I ask you another question. Now, you don't go Deeper Life before any of their branches?
Deeper Life now Deeper Life now my neighbor said for Nigeria.
Not be the answer to that. You don't go.
I don't go before now. I don't go their this what they call and where they go do where they do annual and yearly this thing.
And when you go Deeper Life, you can't see and say they can't raise money for the pastor wife or for the pastor.
Sleep, and they even sleep.
Wait, no, forget about it. So I'm not saying you go sleep, but with the time when you not sleep, when you open your eye, you see say they raise money for one kind thing for the one.
But I don't see. Let me give you. I don't go Deeper. Let me give you
churches.
The name of Deeper Life Church, not be all churches. I want to take you to the line of truth.
Bad. Let me tell you one thing.
What
there's
you say
bad
all,
when you raise money for
if you say all,
for church. Now
if you say all,
because charity.
You don't go talk
church.
like that.
No, see, let me tell you one thing. One thing you don't know, Charity. Now for inside church today. So there's nothing
Black
bad
Panther.
when you raise money. But let's get me very straight.
If we talk like this, we not go fit benefits intellectually. It just be like somebody can't say
you want to commit me to one, you want to box me. That's what you're doing.
Make I make one statement. I allow you to talk now. All Nigerians are criminal. Am I correct?
No.
All. Am I correct?
No.
Now Black Panther, I answer me so.
Yes.
So why you they say are not correct? Are you they say all churches?
If I say 75% of Nigerians are corrupt, what does that mean?
It means 75% are corrupt.
Can't I qualify it? That all
you have just qualified now.
75% will influence. No, I'm talking logically now, I'm talking logic.
But 75% is logic now. Is it not logic?
No, 75%. Can that 75% override the remaining percentage?
No, that is why it's still 75%. Before it became Before it became before it became 20%, 80% was not corrupt, right? Because it grew. So why you think that 80%? Why you think that 80% is not corrupt before 1980? Why not overwhelm the 20%? Why 20% can overwhelm them? So you must think back and forth like that. That is how we do. We talk about philosophy.
Yeah, I know, and you are right now. That not me. I'm thinking positive now. I don't want to think that negative, because after taking your statistics from like for 10 years, it keep on going up, and every the pillars that will make it drop down is not very clear.
Can I disappoint you? Can I disappoint you?
Pillars are not there now to bring it down.
Can I disrupt your mind of reasoning on this particular subtopic?
No, you can go ahead.
Until last year, no Nigerian, almost no Nigerian believed that there can be a politician that is as clean, even not perfect, but it's as clean as Peter Obi. True of us?
True.
You see what I'm saying? If not, somebody will say, no politician, all of them, they are still judges today.
True.
In those benches who are saying no to nonsense, no to unrighteousness, and no to corruption. Look at that woman for INEC, that Igbo woman.
Are you trying to be religious?
So I'm trying to be very, very, to stand on the path of right thing, the right doing.
Yeah, being religious now.
You know, let me come in. You see, until you can, before you can,
that is what I'm saying.
Before you can determine that a Nigerian is not corrupt, if at all, especially on the political terrain, like someone like Peter Obi, that Nigerian must have been tested. It must have been tested at the highest level to a very large
of general.
It must see if it is not, you can't say that. See, how do I come about that? See,
you are correct. I'm just trying to justify you more.
Yeah, because Nigerians, you can say it all you like. Once they get to that position where they will be tempted, where there's that possibility for them to want to cheat is there. And then that Nigeria refused to do that. That's when you can now say this is not a corrupt Nigeria. Until that, you can't say that. You can't say that about any Nigerian.
You are very correct. But let me elaborate under what your topic. Every American, Canadian, European, African, and anybody who is a human, they are very, very similar, not different from every Nigerian. But this is the difference. They institute what they call the law for man. And then they are also determined that the law must have precedence over every situation that crosses his eyes. Once the law sees it in his eyes to be wrong, they are determined to meet the discipline that is quantitative for such kind of wrong action to the individual. And it must be done.
I need you to prove it more.
That is why, I will prove it. Don't worry.
Work.
I will prove it. That is why
in the Nigerian context.
Work at all.
Listen, that's what I'm saying now. It's everywhere. Now look at it now. They bring that thing in the United States. Once United Americans are as corrupt, at the absence, with the absence of the law in the United States, Americans are not different from Nigerians because they are human behavior. When you study human behavior, you will know every human has this intuition to take more and to go through shortcuts. Every human.
But I can prove that thing you just said.
I'm coming to you. I'm coming. Let me prove it. Every human has the tendency, since after the fall of man, according to the Bible, since after the fall of man, the tendency to do the wrong thing, because the Bible says, in sin did our mother conceive us. So we become the man of sin. So we nobody taught us, we begin to learn how to kill Cain. Who taught us? Who taught Abel how to kill Cain? It's an inclination within. Who told him how to kill Cain? To kill Cain? Who told him how to lie?
That means you are using religion to explain your fact now.
No, we started from the truth. So that is why I'm also blending it. So if you don't want me, I can also use another, discipline. Okay, I can use another discipline which might not tally well with you. I could use another discipline under human behavior and the study of man. All right, which might come from different school of thought, but you might not agree. You may not want to concur with such. But I try to use what is convenient for all of us. All right. So every human being. Now, the word corruption, before Nigeria learned how to speak English or how to become a nation, that word has been in existence in the dictionary of the white people, of the English speaker. They taught us the meaning. So what is the meaning? He said to be corrupt means to, so by the time we do it, I say, corruption. They are doing it before. Homosexual, did you know about that thing before? But they not put it, the dictionary will not say, oh, homosexual, so you do, oh, gay. So what I'm trying to say is that this thing we call wrongdoing, sin, unrighteousness, or what is not right, is already known here where you are, Britain and every civilized world. They know it because they know what it means because they've done it. So they know what it is. People do it in the society.
So you are trying to tell me that every human being, every race,
I'm coming.
They are the same.
I'm still there. The difference here and there is that there is a law that is super active and sensitive. Once it catches you, you receive what is designed and designated for you before you committed the crime. So here, in those places, they say if you do the crime, be ready to do the time. They know it already, but not in Africa or in Nigeria, where you can do the crime. You know that you can escape the crime. Where we know that if the law comes, when they mention your father's name, the law will suspend his hand with his sword. He wanted to cut you, but as he was almost reaching, he say, hey, this is
Buhari. Let me ask you a question.
And then he hish.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Don't we have a law in Nigeria?
We have all the beautiful laws. But they are impotent.
In that context.
In that context, the law by itself is not active. Every law in the whole world is inactive by its own self because it is made by men, but men need to power the law. It's just like your car, there is gasoline in your car, it's packed. You will never drive itself. Okay, so the will, the political or religious or any kind of willpower that is in us to make that law to take effect. That is the problem in Africa. For example, the way Tinubu is like this. The law, look at it to their eyes. As it passed through the eyes of the law, it was looked and seen to be wanting immediately.
Okay, now I want to ask you another question.
Yeah.
Don't you think that you cannot make the law? Let's say you make a law in Britain and you bring it down to Angola. You are expecting that law to work perfectly in Angola without not looking at the culture of that people and the way of living of that people.
No, look how it goes. Laws are made.
I want to answer that question.
That is what I want to answer. Laws are made by a people, because of where they are. They have a common way of life. So when you make that law, it makes sense to them. So you can't import a law from the West to Africa and let it be effective.
God, you're not saying where I'm going to. You see, what we have been saying, you are saying now, I conform with it, but I'm going to differ somewhere. You said you can't import a law to another country because it will make it might not sink, and the people might not have the political will to activate that law because they look at that law as foreign to their own existence. I believe that's where you're going. Okay, now, if you see the world as it is now, they call it a global village, and everything is in an exchange form. You see people making judicial law, they copy it from different countries. That is why we, as an African, wait.
People don't make judicial law because of it's copy for some other country.
Because I'm saying people copy because the world is in an exchange format now. People don't copy.
They don't.
You say they don't copy. What did
you say? Did you say they don't copy? See, let me tell you. Let me just say this here.
I wanted to come and explain what I said.
Let me just say this.
I'm going somewhere where you said people are the same.
let me say this here. Nigeria, for example, Nigeria literally, I mean, copied the British law. They carried it. It's not like they pick. They carried it. They just carry it and dump it. That's why you have a magistrate, right? You have a magistrate. They have a magistrate in UK. They have a magistrate in Nigeria. You have the High Court. They have High Court. You have the Court of Appeal, and then you have the Supreme Court. The same system that they have their court system, judicial. That's what they carry. They dump it there, and that's what they are practicing in Nigeria today.
Okay, so can I explain? The way you explain yourself is very much. I think that is great. Can I explain myself also when I said no?
No, you never let me explain. Finish.
He just came in. I wanted to also balance.
Now the way they go, now in go so.
I wanted to I wanted to let you know that anything when you take from me, from my house, is because you see and say that one go work with you well.
Yeah,
I make you carry them. So if you carry all of them, no problem. It means say now your own, you take them, it go run with you, go make you comfortable. I make you take them. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, now you see, that's why I tell you that that's why I'm trying to tell you that what you just said, your theorem that you just said that every man are the same. It's not, you can't prove it.
I just prove it to you that
that's what I'm telling you. You can't prove it. If the scientists sit down here today, they will tell you it's wrong.
No, I am. Let's forget about where I am. But listen to me.
Now,
maybe what I was saying would make sense.
You said if I have something in my home.
Do you know what I mean? Black Panther. I think sometimes you can maybe if you go just for courts of law, they can say they can give you that space of time. Say make you is that what you mean? The person will come say no, not waiting me, not be my context be that.
Yeah.
When I say everybody not the same, for the whole world, when they talk about law and bad thing, Now I even make some instance now they talk that thing. Make you not thief. Thief, they condemn her for the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
But the law is against bad to make the society to be a livable place for everybody where they weak, where they strong. Where be small picking, where be big picking. So that you go know your lane. That beauty law come to help us to make us today peaceful. So if you go blow somebody eye and nobody go feel do anything to you, now be say law not there. That bad thing. So that beauty as every human being, will guard the inclination. Tell me who not like to get rich quick.
I agree with you on that.
Tell me who not like to be rich or pass a friend. Tell me who not like to get to know part to be the top of the class. Tell me who not want to succeed. Let me put it in a very short form. Tell me who not want to succeed in every aspect of your life. Now be the people say they make crime, they come. Wait for your time. You say no. I go do it like this. Make I reach there before you reach. Wait for your time and you be president. Say no. I could just take this girl name. We be say it already did the university. Okay, the name now Dekule. I mean this and this Tinubu. I go just change my name. Now I go take cash. I'm so. Everybody get that kind innate inside them. It's an innate for human.
Yeah.
That's why I say we are all the same. That makes law everywhere.
Okay. That I want to relate it to Nigeria context now. I'm not going to go to that differential of human or something. I'll go to that borrowing the kind of law from another country to make it work in some other country. That is why we, as Africans, we've sat down and look at the subject itself and confront it. But many have not been able to confront, neither are they able to, they don't want to even look at it itself. That people have culture. And if you want to set up a law, it got to conform. Because if you bring something contrary, it might sound good, but in the other part, it might not be able to work out well the way it works out in other countries. I'm trying to relate it. I'm trying to speak that we should have our own now. I've understood your what you just said. But I'm trying to now come to the context of Nigeria now. That is why we said that the constitution that you have now is not working because it was imported.
The constitution what we get now is not the imported. Yes. We ourselves put on there.
No, it was imported. Let me tell you,
it is the 1990.
You know why I say it was imported?
My friend.
Let me tell you why I say imported. Make you understand me well. Maybe you understand.
You are talking about the constitution.
Yes. Now let me clear
Are you talking about our method of governance?
No, I'm talking totality. Let me tell you. What do you mean? Google now. Google as you did there now. Google as
it's not about Google. Listen.
No, I want to land now. You've landed. I love to land. Let me land too. What I'm trying to say is that you have not sat down to write any.
We have.
When?
I can prove it to you.
When?
1999. There is a constitution the military gave to us, which was written by them.
What did you say now? What did you say now?
1999 constitution.
They didn't. How do you write a constitution?
It's the way you write constitution. That is how you write it.
No.
You sit down and you say, you don't need to. You should have a copy as a Nigerian.
The Constitution of Nigeria was drafted from the British Constitution, and some were taken from the American Constitution.
When?
It is what in your 1999. Who among them have the knowledge?
I'm asking you when you are propounding.
See, the Constitution. Let me tell you one thing. The Constitution was not available even when they were swearing the president of Nigeria.
Panther.
You know that the secret was let loose by Obasanjo himself. He said it.
Panther, please. You are, like I said, already it's a world stage. If you are propounding,
look, there's nothing like shame for this. I need to be verify me.
Shame.
Verify
Can I listen, please? I just want to make sure that we are talking something that is sensible. Anytime you are propounding a theory or that is new to somebody, even though it's old, always make sure that you have your facts checked and in your palm. You should be able to mention names, place, and time or date. These are 4 things that makes you a good historian.
I want you to mention the name of people that wrote your 1999 Constitution.
No, excuse me. You are the one propounding. You are on the floor before I interrupted.
You have to tell me now, since you are cutting me off. You have to tell me.
I didn't cut you. What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this: that I know from my time of school that we have a method or a system of governance where it is the parliamentary. All right, we have the parliamentary kind of government under the full scale called democracy. Now we take this from we got all this thing, we borrow it, or anyhow we took it or we borrow it from the West. But the constitution that we have, constitution is different from form of governance. It was written by the junta in 1999, where they say it started. If you have a copy with you, which you should have, if you have a copy with that, you'll see that
you see, doctor, please relax. You see, and this, it's not a matter of saying you are ashamed. This is a war stage. You can verify me, and I agree. Let anybody come here and tell me that somebody will bring a sheet of paper and draft it to you and lie under oath that we, the people.
Even though,
we say you are qualifying them, even though we are telling them that we need a new constitution where every segment, every cross-cultural and all of this tribal fragmental portion of Nigeria that made up Nigeria, where they will all come together with their own representative and represent their interest in a book that will put together a collection of chapters or articles and whatever I call them, put together that will represent our interest. What happened there? Few military boys. I'm reading for you from the constitution that was made, where they say it is the 1999. We call it the 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. These boys, not a military boys, decree.
They're put together. Whatever you call it.
Constitution in the military regime. It's a decree.
They gave us a constitution, my dear. I don't know where you're coming from.
They don't give you constitution. You make it.
That I'm only reporting. Oh
That
my
statement
God.
is wrong. They don't give you constitution. You make it.
Pastor,
Doctor,
do you
doctor,
understand?
let me say
I'm
this.
quoting.
Doctor,
I'm only
there's no how you
quoting.
paint it. There's no how you paint
Listen,
it. I know the history.
you don't,
I was
Fanta,
there.
you don't
I
listen.
was there in Nigeria. I know the history.
Let me say this.
Can you
That is what
listen?
is
There is
causing
a
the problem in
difference.
Nigeria
let me
now.
say this.
There is
Doctor, see the Nigerian. Let me say the facts, are there. All the facts are there. You can go back. You can fact check everything. First of all, the idea, saying that we the people, we know that's a lie. That's a
it's a
blatant
lie.
lie.
We know
That's a lie. And
that is
inside
a
that
lie.
1999 constitution, we can go over it, and bring out sections and section and section of that constitution
Of course.
that are literally decrees of
It's
the
a decree.
Buhari, Babangida, and Abacha administration, that they just took those decrees and dump it as sections and clauses inside that constitution. So,
Black,
and that is
uh,
yes. So,
Jonathan,
yeah.
I like your excerpts, okay? But for the sake of education, and people who understand all of those prognosis and the lines of education, the way you should reason thing is this. Because anything you say, you should be able to prove. I can't prove that we have any kind of decree. I can prove that we have constitution, even though I know it is a lie. It is wrong. It's not with
How
the
do
people.
you prove that you have a constitution?
Because I can show you a book that is written,
just
the
a book.
constitution.
My doctor, they make me they laugh. Oh.
Then if I ask you that, can you show me a book where they say the decree of Nigeria, no constitution?
See,
you cannot
doctor,
show
you
one.
are standing, you are talking like a lawyer now. You are talking like a lawyer as if you are in a court. You are
That's
using
so-called
statements.
fact. If you don't have fact,
see,
my friend.
Look, doctor, wait first, hold on. Doctor, hold on. I don't know whether you were in the country then where the military were ruling, where they were making decrees, and those decrees can be fact-checked. And you go into the constitution and bring the decrees and go deep into your constitution and see how they related and converted their decree into your constitution.
Let me give you one. Doctor, let me give you one. There are so many, and I can give you up to 10 of them here, if time permits. Let me give you one, first of all. In Nigeria, there's something we call the revenue mobilization. Where do you think that revenue mobilization gets its way into the 1999 constitution? That was Babangida's decree, 1998 decree. See, they just took it and they dumped it there inside that 1999 constitution, because when it was done, when it released it as a decree, it was not in favor. It was nobody was considered. The country was not considered. It was just a military decree, what they call the revenue mobilization, and that's what we are operating today in Nigeria. So there is nothing like, see, that constitution, they don't even have time to get it in order. They literally take the 1979 constitution of the Second Republic. That's what we have. And they now took some section out of it and replace it with some of these decrees that they have. So now the Electoral Act, then that is the body that will conduct the elections in Nigeria, we used to have the National Election Commission, the one under Babangida.
It's called Federal Election, whatever.
It is that same one that they took, the one that conducted the Abiola election, that election body that they took it and they dumped it there. They changed the name to INEC. That's it. So when you look at all those, so many of them, there is nothing like people sat down together, came up with, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to agree upon.
If I interrupt you right now, I will be very justified. You know why?
Yeah.
Because all that you are saying saying what every one of us, including myself, agreed to. I know that it's not the people that sat down. Before they say we, the people, It's not actually we. But what I'm saying now, legally, because if you take this thing a step further to be official and say, let's go official to go and debate and see if this thing, I'll argue out this thing. You don't have no anchor, nothing to fall back to, no proof that it is not. You will see that it's written there. And as for now, they call it and people agree to it.
Can I object to it?
As the Constitution, not yet. As a
Constitution. Can I object to what you're saying?
Not yet.
You are saying
as not yet. As a Constitution. But we all know that it's part of a collection of decrees, right? From the military boys' days that they put within and acted and they just sew it together. And they say and they bind it on the front of that book. They put the Constitution of 1999 until our lawyers refer to it as 1999 Constitution. That means it is already it passed as a bill. It's already part of our book.
It wasn't passed as a bill. That is what you don't know. It wasn't passed as a bill. It was written to you and handed over to Obasanjo.
I know. Look what I'm trying. When I say pass as a bill during the military days, we never had a robust or a routine of democracy. But in their own way of the military boys, the way they do their thing, they pass it and they see it like legit book and they pass it to us. So that is why you see that before now, different regimes have been agitating that there should be a reform of that Constitution. Jonathan even had a referendum.
See. There's no regime.
So I know what I'm saying.
Can I say something? It seems you don't understand what is going on. There is no regime that have said for us to reform that Constitution. The only thing that happened was for us to drop it. That was why GJ dropped it and organized the Constitutional Conference, which
it did not
all
drop
agreed
it. How
upon.
can you drop it? What will you use to work?
Wait. I'm talking verbally now.
He didn't drop it.
I'm talking verbally now. You are making it as if it is real. Anything committed in a pot of crime, criminality, it's never real.
It's real because we are using it to work for years.
No. You can't tell me that. Anything that is obtained under a criminal act can never be real.
That we are using it to work. True.
It is because the country is under the foundation of corruption. That is the reason.
But we are using it.
But it's not your Constitution because you did not approve of it.
That is the Constitution that we have, my brother. You don't argue what is not
If you continue to give them a leeway, Nigerian problem will never be solved.
I did not give them a leeway.
You are giving them a leeway now.
While we are fighting,
when you are pronouncing it, let me tell you, when you are pronouncing this every day, you are giving them a platform to stand. And
while we are fighting,
let me ask you a question.
Be able to realize what is the truth.
Look, doctor, let me ask you a question at this point. If today, as of today, there is a body or Nigeria or Nigerians are given the opportunity to constitute or to come up with a new constitution, you as a person, if you have the opportunity, will you agree that Nigerian constitution should even include anything that has to do with federal character or quota system?
No. I have a question.
So how do you think such clauses or section made it into the Constitution? If it is not just a collection of just some few individuals that sat down.
We are all saying the same thing. Yes, few people, not the Nigerian. It didn't reflect the Nigerian people's mind. Now, let me say my point in this and that. Let me put it in a picture. We know Tinubu is not our president. Then we know it, right? We know that guy he never won the presidency. He never won the election.
He's the president too.
But I'm coming. But
according to the Constitution.
Thank you. So you refer to him as what? My president.
The president now, according to the Constitution now.
According. You see what that's why I say that even though I know they say that is a decree, not a constitution, but for now, what they put there is Constitution. I know what you are saying. We are the same thing, but you cannot say that no, we don't have Constitution. If you say we don't have a constitution, a country don't have, it's impossible. We don't have president.
You see the premises I'm standing on. I'm standing under one premises, and I can prove myself in any law court and I'll win the case. Anything or any subject
Black
that is
Panther.
done under criminal act that wasn't done under my consent, or neither did I say I approve, it is criminal and can never be accepted.
I want to ask a question. My teacher, you know, when you teach, you ask question. My question is, if today you go to Nigeria and for one reason or the other, the police say that you are wrong in something you do, you say why? Say according to the Constitution section this versus this, you are wrong. Will you put up a resistance or you will obey them?
If you tell me that I commit a crime, I know the crime I commit now. There's nothing like, there's a criminal act section there.
I'm not saying criminal. I didn't say. I say you committed. You committed and you made an offense, right?
Yeah.
And they quantify that according to section so and so on that on the Constitution. According to the Constitution, they found you guilty. Will you be ready to obey the Constitution for saying you are guilty, or you will say no? I will never.
You see,
provide them
something done under criminal act. If you want to bypass it, you can't bypass it.
So you will obey them, right?
I will bypass it. That's straight. It's very easy to bypass it now.
How you want to bypass when police arrest you?
Okay, let me tell you how I'll bypass it. I'll bypass it the way they are bypassing your Constitution now.
How will you? But I don't know it. Tell me.
It's okay. Let me tell you one thing. If something that they gave you.
No, not so. I don't want to make it stand. We are close to reality instead of bringing it back.
Okay.
You.
If you want to bypass it.
Yeah, you are under the.
If police arrest me and I don't want the Constitution and I cannot stand that ground, I'll tell them to take me to court.
And you will be judged by the Constitution there too.
I will not be judged because I will influence that judge.
With what?
With anything.
The law?
With
what is anything? We don't know what it means.
I will influence that judge, and that judge will give me my own judgment because
with what?
we don't know.
The only way that we know worldwide to influence a judge is by using the law to convince him, and it will be influenced.
That is what I'm telling you now. The only way you know universally is using the law to influence the judge.
So what will you use?
Or the fact?
What will you use?
I will use the deficiency in Nigerian Constitution, the platform and the pillar that hold that Constitution. I will use it to influence the judge, and the judge will give me what I want.
The judge
will make.
No, the judge will recommend you for a psychiatrist to be seen.
No. You are the one just making that thing because you believe that it is a Constitution. But because I am telling you that the way I'm going to use it, I'm going to use it for my own gain. But I will tell you
how you want to use it.
You
because you are going to quote it.
Use it.
You are going to quote it, right?
To use it. It's left for us to go to the court because the police will be as the police will stand as person will bring evidence to the judge, isn't it?
My friend,
I'll stand in the dock. So I will influence that Constitution because if you have a Constitution that is not,
I'm not sure you have been in a Nigerian court before or a custody.
You see, that is why I asking you. How long did you stay there? I faced the court.
And I'm not sure that wherever you are,
if you are in
the UK,
I have faced it and it was done.
Let me tell you, there is no human anywhere where there is a law, where there is a law that is existing that want to bring up its own law to stand against a case in a jurisdiction. No, if you are a foreigner, you will be in prison and deported.
That is a state that has a constitution.
Nigeria does.
The reason why you see people are disobeying, doing all sort of things, people are saying it's a failed state, the people are spending money and their own will. Do you think that's a constituted body, a constituted house?
No, it's you that I asked that question. There is no way you can get yourself off such.
It is true. We made mention of truth now. How you confront truth. You see, we are just saying something here. We are not bold to say that. To say even Gani the blessed memory, Gani the blessed memory, late Gani said it verbatim that we don't have a constitution. Like a decree that we have.
We have a constitution. my brother. But
okay, you can continue with it. That is, you see, let me tell you one thing, doctor. You can continue in this trajectory because many that have come, many have done this. This is where we are today. But at long last, people are down to, they are now believing the truth that we've been saying for well over 10 years. And now they are saying outrightly that we don't have a constitution. That is a belief that we've been selling. And I'll continue selling it. There's no way you can convince me because many are saying it's a failed state. Many are saying it's a capture state. I say it's not a capture state. It's a failed state.
Panther, the day you have learned the ways of Schwarzenegger Arnold, who fight, and Rambo, who can fight a whole country, defeat them, you can come back to me to talk about how you are going to be in a country.
Look, let me tell you one thing.
Disobey their law.
Let me tell you one thing.
Disobey their law, and then you come out of it without no stain. That is the day I will listen to you.
What are you talking about? Why are you saying disobey the law? Are you not seeing it when black and white? People are disobeying the law and they are coming out of it.
If you offend any section of that constitution,
there is no offense. There is no offense in Nigeria.
Panther,
that you cannot disobey.
You are not allowing me to make sense to you or to our listener. I listened to your expansion you delivered, and I think I should be able to make a point from what you gave to me to listen to. There is no way, I don't care whether you are black or white. It's either a British or an American government negotiate the way of their citizen who broke a law in a country out of Nigeria, or else that citizen will suffer casualty as the law provides if he breaks one. That is why I said that if a police arrest you according to what is in that, whatever you call it, decree or anything, can you escape out? You will bow to it, because whether you call it a decree or anything, that is what is operational.
Doctor, I think we should end this. We should end this.
If you say you have a way, if you say you have a way, excuse me,
we should end this discussion. And
if you say you have a way,
focus on the election itself.
Okay, if you say you have a way, you can come out of it like that, then you are a superhero. Like that's why.
I just want, let us just, since we are not having a headway, you can go and do your research very well. I've concluded my own research.
Let me add this. Black Panther. Let me add this perspective to it, and then we can move to any other thing if there is time to do that. Let me add this perspective to it. I think the way Nigeria is right now, we can say that we don't have a constitution. Why? We can see clearly that laws are being broken left, right, and center. And they base it on this same constitution, and nothing happens. Nothing happens. The people that are in charge, those that are in charge, they know themselves that there is no constitution. That's why they can go all head on, break the law over and over again, go to the court and still come out, because they know that that constitution will not hold them down. They can use technicalities, they can use all sorts of things like that, because if there is a constitution, the Nigerian judge will sit down today, rather than applying the 1999 constitution, he can go ahead and apply the 1979 constitution and base his judgment on that. And the people that are in charge, the politicians that are in charge, they know this for a fact, that we don't have a constitution. That is the reason why they can do anything they want to do. You are taking them to court based on this constitution, and nothing will happen out of it. The only thing that we see in Nigeria that you will say, okay, seems like this constitution is working, is only when personal vendetta is involved, that they want to punish someone. They really want to go ahead and punish that person. But take it law, raw law for law, and the person is ready in Nigeria to stand his ground, that 1999 constitution will not hold water.
You go break fall down through way.
That is what we're seeing in Nigeria today. They know that for sure. Except when it comes to this one, we will deal with you. And they all pull, put hands together and come after that person or that institution. They just want to bring him down. A typical example now is the governor of Central Bank. It's all personal vendetta. Nobody is fighting any stupid corruption in Nigeria. If you want to fight corruption in Nigeria, don't we have the laws? The prison is supposed now to have been filled up with criminals. But the law cannot hold them, because if there are laws, you see, you as a citizen, you can take any of these people to court, but you can't go anywhere because there is no constitution. It will not hold them. You have no chance. It's a dead end for you because it is this same constitution you want to use. That constitution is not going to work. But if it is a true constitution that can hold water, that can stand the test of time, that can work, see, you don't need EFCC. You don't need EFCC. So you don't need EFCC to bring anybody or even a top to justice. It might take time, but at the end of the day, I don't care the position or what level that person or that institution is. He will be brought down. So that is what we have in Nigeria today. So, and if at all you even want to give it any slice, you want to even give the Nigerian constitution any weight, I think for me, you can easily say, okay, it works for a section of people, but it doesn't work for the majority of the people. So what does that imply? It's not really a constitution. If it is a constitution, that Nigerian jail, by now they should be building, right now the Nigerian
sophisticated jail.
Jails that country will have been filled up. But they know that. And they know it better than you and I. This elite, so-called elite, in fact, I hate to call them elites, because elite are supposed to be respected, learned people. In fact, I hate to use that word to kind of qualify them. This group of people in Nigeria, they know for a fact, they know more than you and I, that there's no constitution in that country. They know that. That is why you can see somebody can forge a certificate and go away with it. That is why you can see judges who sit down. The institution, Nigerian institution, will say that the certificate is fake. The court will still say no, it is not. And that is the law of the land, because the judge has made a judgment based on that. So you go to court now, they have a precedent to fall onto. Another judge will say,
Sir Jonathan, sorry to cut you. I just want to say, I'm about to take my leave now. I'm getting to a meeting now, conference someone. Tomorrow, I just want to take my leave and say, wish all you the best of Lord. God bless every one of us, and we'll continue to speak truth to power, and God bless Nigeria. I beg to take my leave now.
Jonathan. Hello? Jonathan, still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Black Panther don't go,
Yeah. So,
the thing there, what I notice about Nigeria is not that there is no law. There is law, but there are things that are lacking. I know there are things that cause what I want to say, why it's like that. The willpower, like I said before, every law can be very good. I don't think there's any law in Nigeria where say when somebody steal, make you give them an award, or make you let them go, or make you clap for them. No, there is always punishment where they don't hang out. Well designed for that criminal. But the will of the person when he was supposed to do, like for example, the judiciary, when it's supposed to look at it with the eyes of the law, then can't say, now the thing, now the place where you find yourself now, but this you are wrong, then go serve the punishment. They not get the willpower to enact or to really get this thing into active mode to work this law. Instead, they will come change them with the same knowledge that they get about the law. So the law is adamant. The law is dormant without us lending our willpower to it. I be waiting to spoil
You know,
Nigeria.
yeah, you know what they do in Nigeria with their own willpower. They deliberately, where willpower should work, they suppress it. I'll give you an example.
Yeah.
See the electoral act, fantastic law, right? That can stand side by side with any other electoral law anywhere in the world. In that same electoral act, you see, they deliberately give the room that when election is conducted, if there are any issues, that issues can go on after the person declared winner has been inaugurated. That is where the law will not work. That's why we don't have a law. In a law where you have a law, that will not happen. But they deliberately inserted that to make it, not workable. They have preempted it. But if you want a law that will work, that should, even to somebody who does not even pass school, just to use your knowledge as a human being, just use your knowledge, sit down and look at things. We know that that is not law. That is unfair. It is not justice. When there is an election, the person that will be sworn in, any case, anything should be concluded, because you cannot start enjoying from illegality or start enjoying from something that is presumed not to be right, because it is as at that time it is presumed that the result is not right, and then you start enjoying and taking benefit of everything associated with that office. Why it is still presumed that it is not right? That's not justice. So that is when you look at Nigeria, there is no law, and they know this. They know it more than you and I. Those that are in power, those that have access to power, and they will continue to take advantage of it. They know that if all these things were properly amended, that's the day their power died. That's the day their power. Do you want to say that if Tinubu had not been sworn in by now, or that, see, this case must be concluded before all this power, because now you are in power, you are now using the government resources to fight, to defend yourself. You now have the Attorney General. You appointed the Attorney General, who now has influence. A tremendous influence over the judiciary, over all the judges, over the Supreme Court judges, and you are still in this case. Talk of conflict of interest. Talk of conflict of interest. So that's a problem. That's the issue we have in that country.
As we talk between them, you didn't make the pain from my heart. They come back, because if you look Nigeria situation there, it'd be like the community of fools, but they are not actually fools. It's just that they are wise people who pretend to be fools. That is where you call Nigeria. For example, make I give you one example. The way Nigeria did so, make we just bring the system power, the people that are powering the system for this side, for Africa, for America or Canada or US, carry those people with that same willpower they get for a year to make this thing work, the law. Maybe they just study Nigerian law, see everything they need to do. They don't understand that well. Maybe they can't take over power. Maybe just be like now they win the election. They can't come. My brother, the same people within the same country, the same mineral resources within for the country, the same everything. Now only new people within for the hem of authority. Now I come. You go see that Naira become number 2 or number 3 for the whole world in terms of value. You go see Nigerians, they excel for their own country. You go see Nigerians, they run back for where they did, they come back home. You go see Nigerians being respected in every field. Because why? Not because they change the land, not because they change the law. Now just the person will come with willpower. Look at the justice. Is that Justice Madorando? The one that gave the final Maldonado. How many days it take him to finish that case? See the way he dispense justice. You gonna say if they do it with willpower, and with the understanding, say, he not supposed to do what he did wrong, do the right thing. He didn't mind. So he don't have to do them since he knows not to do the right thing. Nobody they compensate because they are paying him. Oh, he's not ready to take any of that money from anywhere. So everything was very fast. No need to have anything. Even when Gilbert even doing home, it not take time. If
Yes.
If I want to reverse the thing, carry all those judges, tsunami, what it be is that tsunami or tsunami, yeah? Or one thing about tsunami something.
Yes, Samani, Justice Samani.
Samani, yeah. Wait for that tribunal court. Aruola, wait they go expect to go meet very soon. All the people don't call case for Enugu, say the NYC case, not be what they require. Betty Forge, he say, no mean. Carry those people go US, and Canada, made they replace Madorado, replace Gilbert, replace anywhere they take them come out. You go see the way they go to dispense justice as if not be the same way they here before. If you carry this people go Nigeria, you go see the Nigeria go change because of this the institution we don't build over these years of democracy. But look, Nigeria, the culture of impunity, the number one sickness. We know they never find a cure, or they know the cure, they need the one plan.
Yeah, because when you talk of when you talk earlier, I talk about corruption. Because in this climb that you are referencing, they have what we call true checks and balances, which is what we don't have in Nigeria. They have true checks and balances. There is a talk of the judiciary. The fact that judiciary, we know that there is the arm of the government that is checking them. The legislature will be on them. They know that they will be checked. They will be there. Talk of the legislature, knowing fully well that if they play any games, they are being checked. There will be an audit on them. Talk of the executive. In fact, the executive. They will put up a budget for a particular year. They will put up a budget. They will go to the legislature for this budget. They will make the budget a law. Every budget has to become a law before they can spend one naira out of it. They must go to the house. The house must vote on it and pass it, and then that budget becomes the law for that time. And they will take this thing and they will start breaking. In fact, they will decimate the entire budget. It's a law. Budget before it can be executed must become a law. The way that's what Nigerians don't know. I believe maybe people don't get it. But the way the Electoral Act is, the way the law on other areas of other areas of the Nigerian system is, where there are laws all over the place. The budget is also a law. If you break it, you go to jail. And then someone will take it, the money allocated, siphon it, as if people are stupid. A specific road has been designated to be constructed. Specific amount has been budgeted. Written in black and white, oh. It is the law of the land, though. Budget is a law. Is law. It has been approved. That means it's a law. The road is designated, amount appropriated, and at the end of the year, it will not be done. Nobody is prosecuted. Nothing.
That is not even the worst. That is bad, though. But the worst is that the person that can prosecute, the person that even who head the executive arm, is aware. But he look at the guy and said that let's forgive him. He look at the person, is not willing to prosecute that person. That's the thing we're talking about.
Because the person that's supposed to initiate the process of prosecution,
he himself is dirty.
He himself is dirty. He also, if that money, if ₦1 billion is designated, appropriated for a specific project, that 1 billion, that man in the house that's supposed to go after that executive branch or the department, whatever, supposed to carry, he has eaten from that 1 billion. So how do you now expect him to now go and audit that 1 billion?
That is why in civilized society, the people that also watch over these people who are in the office of public offices, who head public offices, they are watching you the law. The other arm is so independent. By the time you are done with your tenure, they will bring up issues that you will come and explain. They will not tell you, say, look at this thing, come and defend it.
In fact, in a normal climate, in normal societies, they have external people like an auditor that will give his or her own report on an annual basis, and he or she stands ready to indict anybody, from the president or prime minister down to anybody. So you know that there is an eye that is watching you somewhere.
Can I shock you?
Yeah.
Let me shock you. Do you know that all this, I was just wanting us to continue enumeration of all this autonomous body. Do you know that Nigeria has all of this one that you know and the one you don't know? These people, they are embodiment of the entire British system. They have them there, but let me tell you, most of this body has been so much alienated. They don't even give them budget. If they give them budget, they should favor that regime leader. If not, they will make them to go through hell that you will not hear of such kind of units that they are even existing. But they are there. You will not hear that there is this part of this body that oversees such kind of program in Nigeria. But they are there. I'm telling you. You will hear something, you will say, they will say that, look at the console, you will see some budget that they are making for some particular program that you don't even hear whether they are even existing. They just say, keep calm and eat your money from there. They don't work. But every of these segments, they are there, my brother. We just say we copy. We just carry the British system of government and dump it, boom, inside our own. That is what we call our own. It is true. Though we see that it is fit for us and we decide to take it, to imbibe it. But this, look, Peter Obi, I'm telling the truth. Peter Obi, the day he emerges, the day is sworn in, because some people may not believe that they will swear in, like, let's see, maybe something will happen. The day is being sworn in the ceremony. That is the same day you will hear that somebody just relocated to UK, he and his family.
Yeah, of course.
They just relocated to Mexico, to Brazil. And as they go there, they are taking citizenship of that country, even as a diplomat. So that they will be so much tied to the country that you cannot, if you pull them, you are pulling the whole country. So it's going to be difficult for you to extradite them. Because they know what it means, that they know what they are doing. Let me tell you, they know what they are all doing. These are gangs of criminals.
That's true. That's
so
correct.
The day Peter Obi, I will never vote for Peter Obi to go and be a speaker, a senator. No, that is not where to influence. The power that is packed inside that presidency, my brother, if you read and see the power that is being gathered and given to the Nigerian president,
very powerful office.
I've never seen another president office in. Look, I live outside of Nigeria. When I look through I've never seen such power that is given to another president in the whole, like Nigeria.
Nigerian president, yeah, it's correct.
Nigerian president is almost like a monarch, almost.
Yes. Yeah,
that is why if anybody gets into the presidency, he has strong influence over the judiciary and the
legislature.
The legislature. It does.
Yeah.
That is why I said the day Peter, a good man, enters that place, all the bad men, some of them will just, if they won as a senator before, they will resign. They say they will just resign and disappear because they know that their sins might be visited.
Yeah, of course. That's what happened in Nigeria.
Look, Peter Obi, I like that man, looks like a prophet. Let me tell you, his words are very strong. He says that, he said, I know, if not today, I know I will surely be a president.
President of Nigeria, yes.
He said he knows. It will
It will happen.
surely.
It will
Let
happen.
me tell you, and if you watch right now, I'm not a statistician or I didn't do statistics, but from perception, you will discover that Peter Obi is gathering and winning more hearts since after the election.
Yes.
Some people now begin to see clearly. Say, look, the Peter Obi, I think that's it. People begin to see better and better. So if anyhow, I don't pray for this guy to escape this kind of what he has on his head. But if by the way, if it's the will of God that this guy things go enter, say we can't do election again, say you go surprise, say Peter Obi, that one with they said they need the whole Nigeria now to go rig for them because by that time, Labour, if Peter Obi see the Labour, Labour go down. He go down all those 173,000 polling units. He go don't get enough of his more than 33 men everywhere.
Everywhere, yes.
Then the loopholes that they discovered during this time, they go don't know how to block it.
And they have to block. They have to block it completely.
The evidence, they know that they expect say Togri and many things go happen. They go don't know how to ready to deal with these things. Then person go take evidence. Look at it go be like say possibly say he want to break the ground to make it won't make door for the earth.
Even if they want to say, even if they do manual counting, even if they decide not to use, even if they do manual counting, that they will vote, they will use BVAS and then they will not upload, say they won't go, that it's not going to be business as usual going forward. I've said that before in Nigeria, that it's not going to be. See, when on the day of election, I said that earlier, that is the battle day. You have to use every means that is available to you. This is 21st century. See, there are surveillance cameras being installed. That's where you will spend your money. Everywhere. You survey everywhere in that country. That's where you will spend your money. Because you know the people that you are facing.
You are dealing with.
The people the people you are going to end up dealing with. You know them. It's not like, oh, we don't know what we are expecting. No. You know them. So it will be head on.
And so, if Peter Obi say, Iwala na fund, you go see how that will be the simplest trouble for Nigeria, for them, the simplest thing to solve.
Yeah.
Because you go see, may they just put one legit, Peter Obi go comfort TV, say, this now be the account when I see me gonna put money. If you want put money, no other account, now only this one. Once you don't authenticate 1 or 2 or 3 account for any bank, you go see the way money, 10 naira, 20 naira, 300 naira. If everybody give only 1,000 naira before the entire reach, you know how many billion did that?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine that if 20 million people give 1,000 naira?
You know how many billion? You know how many now more now trillions. Yes. So he no go lack money. Because
the battle for Peter Obi going forward. Even if he becomes the president, when he becomes, I don't want to use the word if. When Peter Obi becomes, it's a question of when. When he becomes the president, the battle, that is even when the battle will start. Because sometimes the bad man, they don't go down easily. Bad men never go down easily. These people will fight. They want to fight. I think that's when the battle will begin. But as you said earlier, because the presidency carries, in fact, the entire power of that country. When I'm talking of now, I'm talking of, political power of that country. It will overcome them because of the enormous power that the Constitution bestowed on the president of that country, Nigeria. I've never seen that.
One of the finest things they wait to see for under Peter Obi, my brother. I just want to see the way we can change and bring people sincere and honest, hardworking and competent people under the Judiciary Ministry of under the Ministry of Justice. Then people go take over for Supreme Judge as Supreme Court as the Chief Justice, judges. When you go on the place important spot, where you go feel make change for the whole country. the way they put them, some women of integrity don't know, some men of integrity we don't know. Don't be saying that by religion or by who support me for the struggle. No, not because you support me with the struggle.
You don't
If you
even know
watch-
their, you even see the level they are taking their criminality to now. You will, if you watch them now, almost all of them, they are ensuring that their son, daughter, or whatever, or wife or husband, they are now becoming judge or justices
judges,
now.
they put
They
them
are
there. Yeah.
placing them there. See, they will purge the entire thing. If you have the right person there, they will purge the entire thing will be purged. You know,
by the time the president, the president has to appoint the minister of justice. They don't vote him. He selects that one and say, you be here.
Yeah.
So under the minister of justice, now there you go, because minister of justice now the organ of all the judges.
Yes.
So you could just leave down for that person. That's a man. So, okay, push the justice system, as we all know from the beginning, the way we want to do our thing. I would say, don't even mention this is my doctrine, this is my culture, what I want to do here. People must do the right thing. That one don't enter. Then you can't turn to the area of all those banking and finances, all those CBN governor. That one go come purge all those look. Nigeria, it's not hard to do just because the person
No, it's not at all. It's not at all.
Not the way
it's not complicated at all.
I thought it's not the way they can present it to us. It's not because once you don't become dirty, how you want them to say are they dirty? You don't get the courage.
You don't get the courage now. And there is his interview. The interview he did last week. Is it last week or earlier this week on Arise, Peter Obi? See, he laid it out again. In a country like Nigeria, the summary of it, what I got from it is that in a country like Nigeria, until you purge and you block all the excesses, all the leakages.
Oh yeah, I listened to that interview.
That country is going nowhere. It's as simple as that.
I go manage to do the economy to. He said, "Look, it's not a rocket science.
It's not. It's not a rocket science at all. See, it's like you. It's like somebody. You have your own. Take your own personal expenses or your own company, your own business that is generating. Say your business is generating. Say just take this. A small number. Say your business is generating $100,000. That's what your business is generating. And you know very well that is it. That's the amount that comes in. You now go ahead, you yourself personally, you go and get a debt of $300,000, knowing fully well that your business is generating only 100. You go ahead and encuba yourself with 300,000. In other words, there is nothing you can do again. At the end of the day, that is bankruptcy.
Yep.
That will happen because that is what you are that's what you are generating. That's your maximum. That's what you are generating. That's the case of Nigeria. The money that is coming in, the leakages is in excess of what is coming in. If you block those leakages, you will have access to do whatever you want to have. If you now go out and borrow, it will not impact you. That's just the summary of the whole thing. But because, see, if all those leakages were blocked, how will these people continue to have juice and to drink, to make the country?
To thrive in their wickedness.
There will be nothing again. So they cannot block it. It's like they're shooting themselves in the foot. So they can't block it. And if you block for Mr. A, Mr. B will complain, and Mr. A will complain. If you block Mr. B only source of milk, Mr. B will complain. So they can't block it. Who do you want to block? So these people have no capacity to block any leakage or leakages. It's right under their nose. They are seeing it. They can't do anything about it. There's nothing you can do about it.
That's why, Jonathan, the day Obi, do you know that there are politicians, many of them, if I want to say all of them, but let me just try to be very little bit normal with words. Many of them, when they look at Peter Obi, they think many things. Who is this guy, safe? Guys, why this guy different from every? Are you going to say this guy now Nigerian or what? What the mission? If they look at when they quiet, what did be this guy mission? If they see how they talk, what did this guy want? What do he want to already do if he enter become president? They are not sure of this guy mission, but they know say one thing, it will affect them negatively. But what they can want to, why you don't want to chop? I'm talking about somebody with a dash land for Abuja, a prime place where be saying people they go use multi-million to acquire. He can say he no need to get land everywhere. Look at this is a Nigerian talking. That's why that's why I asked what did Black Panther say, because you shouldn't say anybody like Peter Obi go fake come out. They don't say all of the pastors when they were trying to do that theory of generalism. I say no, you not believe any. If somebody tells you politician one of them would be like Peter Obi, you go believe before. He said no. I say hey. So not say all. If not, you will not say all politicians in Nigeria, they are called all. Look at if this guy become. I mean, when Peter Obi becomes the president, when he's sworn in. My brother, you know, so they call eruption.
The only thing we can say about Nigerian politicians is that those ones that we know as it is today, that are in government, that are either from the local government down to the presidency, I mean from councillor level, local government chairman, state, from the councillor to the presidency, all of them put together, whatever number they are, whether they are 10,000 or 5,000, whatever number that they are, as it stands right now, they have no conviction.
No, they have
no conviction. And you will see even those ones that kind of want to summon up the courage and say, okay, let me do something about this. You know, they kick them out of the system right away. Look at a local government chairman in Ogun State just this last month that came out, and he was brave enough. He was one of the local government that was brave enough to come out and challenge the governor that since 2019 you have eaten over 50 billion naira of local government money. Look at what the governor did to him. The governor summoned all the councillors and they impeached the guy. They impeached that guy from this September, this last month. They impeached that guy as the chairman of Ijebu South. Is it Ijebu South local government? I don't know. They impeached that guy. Even the one that summoned the courage to say that, hey, Mr. Governor, you are eating up this money, and then they came up with some silly excuse that you too, you have eaten up about 1 million naira. 300,000 naira a year, 200,000 naira a year. Are you kidding me now? 1 million. Who are you to impeach if not the governor that has eaten up over 50 billion of local government money? Of one state, just a state, and that was his first term. So what is going to happen now is second term that now he doesn't even care.
He don't need no re-election at that time. So
no re-election now. It will make that state. Then I mean, what would that is so they have no conviction. When you look at them, that is the problem that they have. I don't talk of anyone that is still not in government. Maybe in the private sector, there are so many Nigerians in the diaspora. There are Nigerians there, even in Nigeria, that you can point to. But until they get there one way or the other, and guess what? Even before you get there, you must have either rubbed their back or pledge an allegiance to them that, okay, you people know me that I'm a renegade. I'm going to be a trouble. But I want to promise you that I'm not going to do that if you support me and you make me, get me there to be the chairman of a local government, to be a state house of assembly or national federal house or senator or whatever. If you put me there, I will be a good boy. I pledge the allegiance. So you have sold your soul already, even before you get there. That's what we're seeing in Nigeria. That's why it's so difficult. But until someone gets there and he proves himself, like Peter Obi, he said, go to Anambra State. If you find anything about me, come back and tell me. I will stop campaigning. Do you think Nigerian politicians have not done? You think they have not done that?
People like Festus Keyamo. They would have removed every sand, not every stone.
They have done that. They have gone in there to find everything. What happened here to find everything.
And abroad. Even private matter, whether he can beat his wife, they have entered. Look,
everything.
And let me say something here. I believe, I can't prove it, but it's a belief that there are some people in government, either the legislature or the House of the Senate, or inside the executive, or into all those government agencies, all those government directors and whatever they have in those places, who are as good in character like Peter Obi, or more than Peter Obi, or around like Peter Obi's character. But you know what? Because they don't have a captain who is in the head of affair, like in presidency, you cannot see them reflecting. Because if the person who is the head of your organization, or of your church, let me say you're a pastor, but the general overseer, the founder of the ministry, the person who is the head, is somebody who is not in the right way of God, you cannot shine. It's one of the 48 laws of power. You are not supposed to outshine your head. It will bring trouble to you. You are going to be leaving that place or fall into problem upon trouble. You will just be in the shadow here, just like a vice president that want to act like a president while the president is still alive. You won't stay long. You'll be out. So you stay so very much like you don't have no capacity. That is what is happening to the good people in Nigeria. The day we have an upright leader like Peter Obi, who can raise the flag and the banner of righteousness, uprightness, you will see people from their window bring their banner that they have been keeping under the pillow for long. They will say, I'm here, oh, I am here too. I'm telling you, you're going to be seeing people with good characters sprouting from every area. You see somebody who will say, I can't take that bribe. You will see somebody that you will say, what? So you mean we have people like this because they are hiding like what those prophets were doing when there's Jezebel that used to keep prophets was around.
That's one of the reasons why for me I started supporting Peter Obi, because last year when I saw him address this specific issue, he addressed it specifically, saying that if he's elected president, that everything will start from him. That what we're seeing in Nigeria is because everything starts from the head.
Absolutely.
From the president, your wife, only what is going to be our wife's business in the matter of the state or the son. They will have nothing to do. And that's the way. You see all these agencies and parastatals that we talked about. That is where they sink. That's where the corruption is. That's where they deliberately, fix all these places with budgets all over the place, and that's where they will go and they will start milking. That's why they establish all these agencies. And I was surprised when the day I found out. Just in 2020, I used to think that Nigeria, has about maybe 70, at most maybe 75 agencies and parastatals. When I discovered that Nigeria has almost 190 something federal agencies and parastatals, I was shocked to my marrow. Almost 200 federal agencies and parastatals, and
MPA. Do you know MPA has office in UK?
My goodness me! All of them will have directors or managing directors or director general or DG whatever, and they will have board members, minimum of 3, 4, or 5.
You better add the first lady's office also.
First lady's office. Look first son office, first daughter office.
And they will make budget for it.
They make budget for it. The moment, see what people does, human being, is that when somebody comes in, at least that this one I know this, I've said it before. When in a federal parastatals, for example, when somebody comes in, they appoint someone as a minister. Now, let's say take a minister. When the new minister comes in, you see all these people in the ministry, They are parasites. They are also corrupt. When a new minister comes on board, all of them will first of all mellow down. They will mellow down. They will stop their corrupt act because they don't know what this new guy is bringing on. They are not sure. They are waiting for the guy. They want him to call the first shot. You see, the day, the month, the moment they notice that, wow, this guy has eaten his own, oh, that means we are in the same room, we are in the same clique. All of them will just resort back to their way. They start eating and milking. That's what they do. If the heads is stable and is not corrupt, every one of them, they will stay in line. They will stay.
It drew that map. It said, once you are not, your brothers and your sisters, who are anybody around you, your men, your friends, they are not.
They will not. They will not. The ministers will not. Once they see that the president is not, the ministers, they will not. And if the ministers are not, every ministries, all the parastatals, government agencies, they also will not. But it starts from the man at the top. But
you know one thing, eh? Yeah. Do you know that if it doesn't mean because you are not, somebody under you might not do. But you see what? The person has a great fear in him. It's just like between light and darkness.
That's true.
That my boss is light. I am coming with darkness. Hey God, they will not catch me. I hope this is my last time I will do. You know, there is that fear.
Yeah, that's true. That will be that fear. Very strong fear.
That is one portion of it. The part B now is that when your boss, who is a light, now catches you, then it now give you the required punishment for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other guys who heard about it, tell me what we're going to be the lesson, the moral lesson from that.
They would sit tight.
Somebody will say, oh boy, they say Chimozi
they'll just sit tight. Well, some of them, you even see some that voluntarily resign.
For the 200 naira for 10 years, oh boy. Now, oh boy, level don't change. That thing what I will discuss, that runs, I beg you, just forget the runs for now. We'll talk about that. They don't plan to steal the computer before. Because of what happened for only 200 naira, 10 years. Their computer will be saying what they say, I beg, I know they hold down on first. We will talk later about that thing.
You want to tell me that the president of a whole country, Nigeria, a country, that they will be stealing crude oil.
They even came to you to tell you, say, I'm not tired.
Crude oil in Nigeria, and the president will not know. Come on. In a country, they will be stealing. A ship will enter the country. And even if the president just puts his man, one person there to check for him, it will get to his table. Come on, the Navy. How could that happen?
Okay, let me give you the diagram of what we have in our oil sector. Why Obi tells you that it is an organized crime, or it's a crime that is from the top. They know they give every license to go and steal. The main oil source where we get our output, a very wide pipe where you can walk, your head do not touch the up. You'll be walking. That is the primary source. Now, that pipe you see is not just a corrosive pipe or a metal. It's incorrosive. It's like a silver kind of like stainless steel. Let me say that word. It's like a stainless material. This material, attached to this material from the beginning point, is a kind of sensor that is built inside the pipe from the beginning to the end. Those sensor is equipped with the capability to tell you the level of oil that is running.
Yeah. I think I saw that. Yes, that's true. Yeah,
it's able to tell you if it stopped running at the end. Among everything, the one I want to highlight is that it's able to tell you if the pipe is tampered with.
Yeah.
So when you say they stole oil, the ship came and then they suck the. What did they take suck them? Not be pipe. They're not tempered. So once you hit that pipe, you will be surprised that more than 300 miles before you actually begin to do it, they have indicator telling them, pam, pam, pam. When you look on the screen of the computer, it tells you how many meters away and which area the thing is happening. That is why Peter Obi says it's an organized crime. You will turn off that machine. The people that connect that pipe, their pipe to that big pipe, how do you do it? How did you manage to succeed? You have to turn off the computer, turn off the sensor, or stop running. That is the reason you cannot do your wedding. And they came with experts who probably know how to work on that kind of material. They did it intelligently, took their time to do it well. Before they now give signals, so they say, we are done, put it on. The oil start running again. So the sensor cannot tell you that anything is happening. So as the sensor is sensing, it's like, while I am still active, I didn't see anything wrong. Everything is still normal. And they have been taking this oil like that for years in the high sea because they run their pipe from your pipe all the way. All the way for more than we just got to know about 9 to 10 years ago. But they say it has been like that. So that tells you that regime upon regime, somebody is telling, say, that is my own share. So as you are going to become powerful, to become president, you know. Now the reason why you're not fighting is because you also want to have one of your own share that must be protected.
That must be protected. That's right.
They will not quote law to use some kind of traditional adages. You know, say dog, they shop dog go.
Yeah.
So
once you eat from it once, that's all.
Yeah.
Once you get the check, that's all. It's in.
And have you heard about California?
California what?
No, California.
Yeah, okay, California. This mineral resource. Yeah. I know from the north. I know California. Yeah.
How many countries has California in the whole world?
The world. In fact, from what I know, I don't know, but very, very minimal number of countries has it, and Nigeria has a very large deposit of that resource.
Do you know how much for 1 gram? Not 1 barrel, 1 gram.
Yeah, I understood that it's going for almost $100,000 or so.
You are wrong. I don't want to tell you. Google it just now. Just ask how much for just say a gram of Californium. What is the value of a gram of Californium? It's about $24 or $27 million for 1 gram. Not 100,000. You don't know that country you are on. Why the white people envy you as a night? That country.
Yeah, guys, it's $27 million per gram.
Gram, my brother. But they're not saying I want barrel, just a gram.
Gram, yeah.
Do you know if any country has that one? Do you know what you are talking about? What will be Dubai? If you sell only a million of that gram, check it. If you sell only a million of a gram for just one, this is 27 million for 1 gram. Times 1 million.
Don't even say that.
Only 1,000 gram. 1,000 times 27 million. And this thing is so much. My brother, when you see Boko, they come up for that Zamfara and Borno state.
That's why this Boko Haram want to die there.
It is an organized crime. Boko is organized. Oil stealing is organized. I'm telling you, if you see Tinubu, they say he won't go for that. Some people they look say maybe one can't thief oil. My brother, you may be surprised they go even the son. He go give una the money with the sell for oil. You know, it's very accurate. But he go come secure that Boko. You know, go remove Boko go dead there because as the chief in command, he go tell you say now wait. He go just tell you say Boko see the fight for them. And not only that one, make I give you that secret again. This is an old age secret that I believe that is older than you. Do you know that when they were enumerating the natural resources of Nigeria, some of them were set aside and called private? They were labeled private. So you don't learn it in school that we have this kind of mineral. You don't learn it in school. Even in California, if not because of some people during the Abacha time, you will not know that it's even there. Until now, it is not listed as one of our national. They will tell you, oh yeah, this one gold, this one diamond, but California is there.
California is not listed, though. It's not listed. I know. It's not listed.
It's a private. Look, this country where you this way, my brother. If everything come into say it is straightforward, the right thing to do, the resources for every Nigerian, my brother, the kind of money where they go give you if you know they work, the way they give 500, 700 for a year, 2,000 if you know they work every day. The one they go give you as a Nigerian, it go past the minimum wage of the richest country for this world, where they give their citizens, even when they work as minimum wage. Nigerians will not even care to work. They will just say, make foreign, they come wash, do everything for them. They go pay them for the money where they say that they get as not working.
Yeah.
Now, look, I just feel say our time, God don't hear our prayer, and then our time don't reach. When Peter Obi enter, Peter Obi is going to be the starter of this movement.
Of the Nigeria. Yeah. The starter of the movement, in fact, is the starter of the Nigerian economy.
The new Nigeria where they come, it go start. Peter Obi go drive this car, reach where he go drive and reach for. As they climb, they go up. 8 years go finish, him go come out, give on to Dati. Dati go continue again to kind of go where it better pass where Peter Obi live. Before
and
that,
you can imagine that period of time of 15, 16, Nigeria will have been completely transformed.
My bro, it takes look. If Peter Obi go the way he don't give us idea of, now only 4 years, everything go shake positively. The currency conversion, the exchange rate, it go shift, in a noticeable way and positively. Because make I tell you one thing, Peter Obi is an Igbo man. He believes in doing business, that is selling at a service, doing some kind of a thing that will give other people to get a foreign exchange. Now, every Igbo man believes, say, even though you be senator, you be pastor, you be bishop, but if you be Igbo man, you must get on that business where they give you money. It's just their way of life, they're in their DNA. So we see Peter Obi, they talk about, say, the war report, this or that port. He's talking about an industrial country where things they happen, manufacturing for everywhere. If you can't give, what do you make I talk about SMEs? Because you want to give every idle and well-able business-minded person money to take start. Yes. He said because if you enable them, they're going to pay tax.
They're going to pay tax. At least they will employ 2 persons. If you give somebody 1 million naira, at least at the minimum, he will employ 2 persons.
He go employ 2. And if you don't employ 2, now how they pay tax?
Yes.
How you go to tell people they pay tax when be say they not get what they go to? You get 200 million people at their prime with energy, they are energetic. Look at the youth. 130 million youthful people. They just they roam around. They just they do Yahoo. They just they do nothing, almost nothing. If you can't make them, they pay tax, all of them, because you don't empower them. They go pay your money back.
Yes.
The loan. But they go they pay tax on top. Tell me how many bank now they go bank money go they go see there's a flow of cash. Foreign income go they come. Yeah. People go they come buy slippers or bar in large because the bar they come make in a way they say go come be like say come they more productive.
Yes.
There were reports now you go see things they come, things they go. Lagos Port, see things they go. See you go come, our people see how they do a rail. How many rail they carry reach Aba?
But if it's a country that really the leaders that really envision development, you have port in Warri there. There is potential for another port. There is another one even in is it in Cross River?
Oni Port.
In Cross River. They are all this port are there. Look at the movement of goods. Your goods lands in Warri. You are in Benin. You don't need to. It's not a must that it must come to Lagos. To Lagos, and then you have to drive. So you can even see the economy activities that this thing will drive. It will bring to the Nigerian economy. You know, it's just
old politicians. These old politicians, they tell you say the civil war is over, but it's still in their eyes. If they look Igbo man, they see war.
Well, that's
When
what
they
they see. That's what they see, and that's why Nigeria is independent, but Nigerians, are not independent. We're still in that colonial slave, but now being colonized by our leaders.
Tell me what will be the biggest reason you get to give to carry rail train to connect to Niger Republic instead of Aba, where
I don't see any. Yeah, because they don't want to do anything. They don't want to. Is that not stupidity? Is that not stupidity?
Tribalism.
To connect train. Why not even say, okay, I'm going to connect train from Lagos, even if you want to do it. I'm going to connect train from Lagos to the east.
Because you will make maximize profit.
During the entire 8 years of Buhari, no one single project was completed in the southeast Nigeria. Not even one. I mean, completed project, federal government project, not even one in the entire eastern region of Nigeria. Can you imagine that? The so-called Niger Bridge, that's few days to the end of Buhari's administration, they couple things together, just want to show that, a commission, they just want to label it to him and give it to him. That thing is not even completed as of today.
See, I just like the maturity of Peter Obi. Yeah. Peter Obi is just teaching them how to be a leader, not a sectionist.
But you know why they will not. You know why they are not ready to do anything, and they have no capacity to do it. And I know that they will not do it. Is because of this system of criminality. Because for you to develop Nigeria, as I said earlier, to do anything at all, to bring in any meaningful, sizable, visible development to Nigeria, you have to take away, because these are the resources you will use, the money that you will use. This money is going into the hands of some few people. You got to take it out of their hands. You got to take that money out of their hands completely. Take the power, take the money out of their hands before Nigeria can move ahead. Look, a country, how can a country move forward without simple electricity? 63-year-old country. 63-year-old. Somebody born in all those born in 1960, they are now 63 years old. They are now 63 years old, this 2023. 63 years old. Nothing. We don't have no simple electricity. And you are talking of electricity to generate power. You are talking of investment, bringing investment. Who don't get any meaningful, sizable investment? As if this investment, they are going to be all these companies, industries, or anything, they are going to be working inside the sun or what? Is it not electricity that they will use to power whatever they want to do? You are even talking about all these small businesses that you want to give them loan, and then which loan do you want to give someone who is in rural Benue or rural Plateau or rural Ekiti or Ondo? Where will he or she get the power from? To power is this. If not, at the end of the day, we'll have to buy one small generator, put in petrol inside the generator or diesel inside the generator. Even if you give the person 5 million naira, it's going nowhere. The business is going nowhere.
Look, all of that is why I tell you, sir. All of them, Atiku and this imposter, Balablu, and their group, their likes, all of them are people who hate the Nigerian progress, who have the same agenda. Who they sell, who they supply generator, they make money, billions. Not be Atiku, they important. If person where they use now be business, they give them money anyhow. You can't put them for him of affair. You think now it gets interest to cripple a business because the stability of electricity for Nigeria, now the stability of the death of its generator supply business.
Yes.
For Atiku. So what do you expect? He can't do you good, make him harm himself. Lie. That is why the only person we look, who the cap really fits for the Nigerian aspirations, now Peter Obi. This na person be say by right is supposed to they get it's supposed to they get in normal what you call this? It's normal benefits as an ex-governor. You see, I don't want to take.
Yeah.
Even as rich as Bill Gates, they collect what it belongs to them legally.
Yeah.
The man say I don't want to take. Leave them for the state. Okay, take land as he said, no worry, I go get my land.
That's how they want to rake him in so that they will have something against him.
If you are Obi, and also Obi, even though they do all kind of ways to make it come for the government to help to carry the lie, because they know that there's still elections ahead of him. Before you know, they could just bring one kind of thing, arrest him, say he was part of those who stole this and this, put him for jail. Now they go there until he will become 80 years old before he go come outside. I'm telling you, because now pass to pass, as the Bulaba go leave, he go put a boy there, the way he put someone there. He go the instruct him from the house, from anywhere he did. Don't do that thing. Don't allow that guy come outside. Don't allow this one go this way. Now how they do Lagos. So they are looking for a way. The only fear and concern of every politician right now, because I'm sure say when Peter Obi become president, you could just it could really be a fun to see the first election when he want preside over. You go see say
that would be
the way he go put security, because he's going to be the chief, the CNC, chief in command of all armed forces. The way you go arrange, you go see and say, now your will, what till you see, now you get.
Now you get.
No governor go. Look, in fact, as the election they come, a governor go to say, oh boy, how far I go call you that governor friend for Kwara State. Oh boy, now wow.
if you still want to be governor, deliver, perform.
Just I tell you, as soon as you Peter will be enter, and all of now they swear in. Even though you enter by crook and will be enter by the right way, but now be the chief in command now. As soon as you enter, first of all, you go look for one church, then you go confess and be born again. You can't start to do good. I'm telling you.
That's it now. Because you know that if you don't, you don't have a will. Next election, you'll be kicked out because that election will be open and transparent.
I say open and transparent and opaque. Yes. Because Peter will be say don't suffer for this kind of thing before. You know what it go end up. They will say go to court and the court judges. Don't change all those rotten judges' eggs from that place that time. So, and then you don't get, go feel hope for anybody saying that this person will come bribe. No. Number two, IRF, the kind of person they go put as INEC and all of their people, they go vet them. All the people say go what? They go check their criminal history. Yeah, they go check their history to see whether this person don't they involve in something before. And then you go see saying a security man when you go put there, the person who will be the IG of police, he could just tell and say, look, these are not the normal times. Once you are found doing what you are not asked to do, whether it's a good thing, you are asked, because it's just like this Western world. When they send them go to do something, that is what they go and do, professionalism.
Yes.
You go surprised, they don't pull your shirt, they don't take you go court from court to jail.
Yes.
You go say, what you no, they will say not be as usual again. So you go see say election go they take place, people they waka go market, you vote, they waka they go. Nobody, because what they talk about say the criminal way they go carry talk.
Ballots. Go carry ballots.
It isn't a charity, what did they go do? Now for free? No, now somebody can't promise them. Say I go give you this amount of money if you do something for me. So by the time they see and say they're not go feed do them, if they do them, they go still lose because they will come check. And Peter Obi go make sure say the IRF, the system of the electoral system, it go over tight. It go bring experts. Where they go do the thing in a way they say, you go if you want, you go discourage so even because the money you go spend to compromise the system. You could just say that why I can't just forget about the election. If I go spend all this money and I'm not sure say I can't get the perfect result. Because it goes so encrypt the system that you not go feel mess up.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, the way everyone made to do the thing anywhere where they want to do voting, they go there like 100 meter away. Now that the crowd before the next person go come. So they near that person, 100 meter away. Now you go vote. So by the time they see some strange people, more than one person they waka, they come whether now with gun or anything, they get enough time to react. You know, look.
That's why they don't want the man to be. That's why they are fighting. They are fighting with their last, and they are ready to fight.
For the way things they go, they don't see and say, Bill, I say the God of the Nigerian common people. He don't decide say, I go fight this fight myself. You know, they see Tinubu will be say anytime they come out, they want to try to don't say don't come out, they want to try to remove in hand from one place that they don't tie and put bigger and go appear again. Bozaga. Now, if they try to the one remove his head from this CS before you know, the Mr. Mystery said Enaro Daniels, he don't they talk about lawsuits against him for using consignation.
Yeah. That's
if
what
if that woman proceed with that one now, before you December will say, hey, what happened here? They don't say they wait for US.
Yes, sir. That means he will not enter US now.
Ooh, immediately enter.
And if it's a civil suit, the damage where they go give him maybe now 20, 30 or $50 million. He go pay. He just take still Nigeria.
They go collect Nigeria money.
They collect Nigeria money now. He will just take Nigeria money.
So now we now. That would be the suffer. In fact, that woman wait there for next way. My brother, if now you say
my brother, let's call it a day, man.
Okay.
I really appreciate the time, man. It's been a day. We look forward to a better Nigeria,
a better country, my bro.
Yeah, and thank God for the platform that we're able to, to express ourselves, to discuss the issues that affects us all. Yeah. Thank you very much, my brother. I really appreciate it.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
Blessings.
Okay.
Okay.